Hello and welcome to the Bullshit with the Boys podcast. I am your host, Logan Floyd, and we have your three co-hosts today, Khalid,
Yeah.
Gavin,
You're
and Jesse.
Indeed.
Damn, Khalid, you sounded so like down low when you said that. You sounded so
Yeah,
depressed.
because it's hot as hell, bro. I have
Oh,
nothing good to
oh yeah,
say.
I cannot, dude.
For real.
My dog just got. Can you guys hear that, real quick?
No.
You can't hear
No.
like a faint. Okay, no, just because the generator next to me just came on, so I'm just wondering if you
Oh,
can hear it.
okay.
Because usually I turn it off, but it's so hot outside. My parents are like, "You cannot turn the generator off when you do this tonight." I'm like, "Okay, all right." So, yeah, it has been so hot outside. My dog just got fixed a couple days ago, and I've had to let her outside.
Is
and
your dog male? Her.
female.
I was just about to ask if she's male or female. Yeah.
Female. And yeah, I let her outside. I let her outside yesterday, and it was so hot. It was like, oh my gosh, this is no. It was so hot.
Like, what punishment is being pushed upon humanity for their crimes here?
It's
Like,
the curse of Ra.
I read it was
I-
like I read it was over like 100 degrees outside.
yes, it was. I think
I have a
Gav sent me
screenshot on my
picture.
phone. 116.
Like, what
God.
the fuck?
Damn.
I was whining
Ridiculous.
all through the last like snowstorm we had, and like snow is my favorite time. Period. Like, it's literally just the best like event to me.
Cap. It's rain.
But let me tell you, like, the way I switched up upon the heat, just sending waves upon it, like, I just fucking hate it, bro. I had to put sunscreen on for the first time since like 2007. Like, it's genuinely blasphemy. Like, I just wanted to go. Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I haven't worn
is-
sunscreen since middle school.
it
Like,
is.
Not
fucked,
me who
bro.
has to apply sunscreen every other day because I just deal with triple
Oh, yeah,
digit
Texas.
weather every
Oh yeah,
every
Texas
day.
too. Jesus.
I'm about to say this is
Just,
normal
like,
for
first
me.
try.
So like,
First time.
but, yeah, literally, I'm just sitting here like, man, triple digit weather. Can't imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright, so
we get triple digits like once every 3 or 4 years here. This
I'm
is
literally
around
about to
too.
hit like a swimming pool, like, pretty
Pull up.
soon. Like, I just want to fucking.
all right.
Your shit is up and. Oh yeah, I don't know why I thought your thing was like down, like you were just not able to go in there.
No.
Okay, all right, hold on. I will get back to you after podcast.
Okay. So
Okay.
before we start today, we want to mention it is the 3-year anniversary of the podcast, episode 9. Like, we were not here last week, unfortunately. There was some scheduling conflicts, and kind of just stuff didn't work out. But Khalid mentioned the podcast before that, you know, July 6th is the 10-year, sorry, not 10-year, sorry, 3-year anniversary of the podcast.
10
And
years
we
would
wanted
be
to
crazy.
definitely not 10-year,
about
3-year
to say.
anniversary. And that's why since we're recording this the Friday before, but I want to have this up by Monday instead of Tuesday, so it hits the 3-year anniversary, not the 10-year anniversary.
Man, Logan, you're like a little scrambled today. What's up? What's up?
Okay. never-
Okay.
Never mind. Okay. So, yeah. So it's the 3-year anniversary, and
He's
yeah,
gonna have a blast listening to this.
Literally, right?
So yeah, it's a 3-year anniversary. And so what I did is we're gonna go over, like, I guess how we've been for the week and stuff like that first. But I have, for later on, I have 8 questions. Each question's related to an episode of the podcast, and I'm gonna ask them. The other 3 don't know actually what the questions are at all. Unlike the last few weeks, where when we came up with like questions or shows to pick, we picked them in advance. So yeah, but
I'll be
so
surprised.
we'll start off before we get to all of that. We'll start off with how we've been. How have all you been?
Oh, I've got quite the situation I was in, like, for the last week.
Why? What happened?
I went
you had
deaf in my
tea?
left
Upset.
ear.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I had just like woke up one day and I just could not hear anything from my left ear, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" So naturally I was like, "Okay, I should probably get to the doctor about this," because that whole period fucking sucked. I went to the doctor and they essentially told me that there was like this fucking, like, I guess cyst or some like wellop of flesh inside my ear that just blocked all sound from coming in. And I had to go on a, like, medication, obviously. I had to take this pill every morning and every evening, and then I had to put this liquid inside my ear also every morning and every evening. Um, the liquid was for 7 days, and the pill was for 10. As of right now, I am glad to say that the liquid uh, seventh day was literally this morning. So I'm done with that shit.
Nice.
I can hear out of
Is it
my
getting
ear.
better?
Yes, I can hear. I still have to
Yay!
keep
Yay.
taking
Like
pills, but
fully,
it's nice.
fully?
Yeah, fully. It's. I remember it.
Okay.
It unpopped at the most random time, and was literally like I. It just was the most violent like eruption of sound. It was so fucking horrifying. Um,
Well, that
I
makes
but
bet the
sense.
relief
Like,
afterwards
imagine you
was
wore
incredible.
earplugs for a week and then you take them out. Everything would be loud.
now see the thing
Or
that I
like if
thought
you
was
go
bullshit.
blind for a
Mm.
week, everything's gonna be crazy.
But when when it unpopped, funnily enough had to put the fucking drops in my ear, which blocked my ear. So I literally had relief for like 4 minutes, and immediately had to death myself again. I was just
Yeah,
like,
that's
wow, what
bad.
a. But yeah, I'm good now. I'm happy that whole thing is settled. So
That's
that's how
good.
my
That's
last
good.
fucking
That's
week
good.
was going.
Last year, I had an issue. I had what do you call it, tendinitis, and I still have
Uh,
like side effects from it. Yeah, it's. I went to see.
So true.
I
I
went
have
to see-
tinnitus.
I went to
It
see.
sucks.
It started. I went to see Stranger Things: The First Shadow on Broadway last May, so May of last year, so 2025. And then like I think I go to Broadway plays like every year, but for some reason that one, like I just afterwards my ears started ringing, and then I've had like on and off issues like ever since. And so yeah, it still happens every once in a while.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad
That's
I'm
scary.
glad you're hearing now though, so that's good.
Yeah, I had a little bit of it because I figure you can't hear anything, and like it's kind of
Mhm.
like a phantom limb or whatever,
Yeah.
and just a little bit of it was
Mhm.
like driving me crazy. So I can't even imagine like actually having that as a problem.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I
I
hope that
got
doesn't
tinnitus
escalate.
really bad from my job because I'm around really loud noises all day as a technician. Banging, hammering, impacts. It's constant noise. So for a while I would get ringing in my ears anytime I'm in like a substantially quiet spot. Like if I'm on the drive home and I don't have music going, my ears ring.
Hmm.
Wow.
But luckily my new job, or the new same job, but new place I'm at allows headphones. So that has significantly helped. And
Wait, your last
even
job
though
didn't allow headphones?
no,
I
because
remember
it
he
was a
told me he
safety
got in trouble
thing.
for that once.
Yeah, someone almost dropped a car like 20 feet from a lift because they had their headphones in and didn't realize that we were screaming at him, "Hey, it's lifting crooked." So really fast that stopped. So
Damn,
for the
you
past
ruined it
couple
for
years,
everyone.
yeah, exactly. But even though
Literally.
I've only been there for 2 weeks, I've noticed a substantial difference in how noticeable it is in quiet spaces because I'm not, even though it's still loud, it's not as bad as it was before.
Okay.
So outside of that,
So I
Gavin.
feel for you, Logan.
Oh yeah. How have you been, Gavin?
Really the only major life development I had is I chipped a tooth like a week ago,
Ooh.
Oh
which
yeah.
really
Ooh.
sucked. Um, but like I was able to get into the dentist like the next day. So for like I remember it happened when it was like 11 o'clock at night. I was eating chips or some shit. And I was like, damn, that chip felt weird. Not
Oh,
knowing what the hell
it's
happened.
my tooth.
And then I went to go brush my teeth and I almost passed out from how fucking bad it hurt. But like I immediately I was like, uh-oh, something ain't right. So I like started looking at the mirror. I noticed I chipped my tooth somehow. But luckily I'm good now.
That's
So,
good.
so you don't
Get it
even know
fixed.
what happened?
You got the jaw strength of Jack
I'm
Hanma,
pretty
bro.
sure it happened at work when I was doing something, but honestly, I don't know.
That's so weird. This is a little unrelated, but you mentioned like teeth. I don't know what it is, but the past like 2 nights in a row now, I've had this like the dreams have been completely different, but the same thing happened in both, where like half of my teeth either just like broke off and fell out of my mouth, or just like something happened. Like I was like losing like all my teeth. Like, I don't know what that was about.
Oh, what the
I've
fuck?
had the same exact dream, but for my hair. I've had dreams where
What
like I
the
go bald
fuck?
or my hair falls out, and I wake up like I'm
Like,
like,
thinking,
damn, good thing that was
like,
a
oh
dream. Like actually
my
upset if I
luscious
would lose my
curls have
hair.
remained safe.
Bro, I dream about
Exactly.
babies skydiving with Uzis in their hands, and you guys are talking about fucking midlife crisis dreams that you guys are going through.
Why
some
are you
shit.
Bro,
deploying
I'll
babies in Fortnite?
Hello, Peter.
Because dreams are
Welcome to
random,
Fortnite.
bro. What the fuck?
Okay, like
No,
I'm
I won't
telling
lie.
you
I have some
randomly.
random dreams. I had a dream once that I went to a dream in a dream, and I was like talking to like the Cookie Monster or some shit. It was the most ridiculous thing
my
I've
dream
ever
last
had,
night
but
was
I'll
literally
never forget this.
other than that whole like thing with the teeth. My dream last night was just like me playing soccer with like a group of random, like not even real people. I'm pretty sure I was playing with the cast of like what was it I had just watched that I was thinking about the other day. Like I don't remember it. I was playing with the cast of some show, and then like some of y'all were there,
Were
and then
we
some
like
people
were
I
we
know
like
in
in
real
the
life.
stands cheering you guys on?
No, like some of us were playing. Like I'm pretty
Oh, okay.
sure like Gavin and I were like on offense while Khalid was the goalie or something. I don't know.
How the fuck was I the
Khalid
goalie?
wouldn't. I was about to say
I don't
Khalid would not
know.
be a goalie. Khalid's in blue lock. He's not a goalie. Okay.
God,
What does that have to do with
what
it?
the fuck?
Because everyone in blue lock plays offense. That's the whole point of it.
Move that fucking clip.
Mo!
But,
Those who knows will understand.
Jesse, since you dreamed about soccer, was it because of like the World Cup going on right now?
Ironically
point.
enough, I haven't even
Mm.
been watching any of the matches for the
Oh.
World Cup.
I know his
I've been
LARPing
keeping
ass
up with
parents
it.
have.
Yo, I was just about to say, the only one I consider not a LARPer is my dad, though. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he watches all sports, so he's the
See,
only one
I'm
who's
only
legit.
watching it because the U.S. is in it. I'll be so honest.
My family's watching because of Mexico, and I didn't even bother to join them because I'm not a LARPer.
Well, your dad was
when
born
did-
and kind of raised there, so like you said, it makes sense. But I don't.
Yeah,
Was
I was
your
gonna say,
mom
yeah.
born
No,
in Mexico, or
my-
was she born in the U.S.?
well, technically both my parents were born in the U.S., but my dad did grow up in Mexico. My
Mhm.
mom was just born in Texas, raised in Texas.
Mm.
So I just heard the loudest fucking thunderclap outside my door. I thought I just got
On
nuked for a
God.
second. Okay,
Oh
so
God.
in the case I just get booped off this, I want you to know that that's occurring outside.
I
Well,
see.
I
live-
didn't even know it
Damn,
was
it's
raining.
literally, bro. The color palette outside is different.
Let me look.
I live 10 minutes away from you. It's probably gonna hit us too.
Dang, it's raining for y'all. It's like
Yeah,
sunshine and rainbows up here.
opening the Nest app on my phone right now.
Bro, why are we going through like the 10
That's what-
trials of Zeus?
Why is some Chernobyl shit going on out there, bro?
Bro, you got the Slayers out there. That was Zenitsu.
I'm honestly about to run out there. That rain looks mad appealing right now.
I was about to say,
Okay,
I'm
the
actually
thunder
really
is
happy it's
shaking the
raining.
ground.
Well, hold on, is it still hot out?
Well, no,
I don't know.
it's raining, but the rain is probably just causing heat lightning. Honestly,
I was about to say,
Really?
if it's
That's
still
bullshit.
hot and it's raining, that's gonna be some hot rain.
yeah,
Bro.
like that rain is going to be hot because
Yeah, it would not be refreshing at all.
Planet
But I
is
won't
ass,
lie,
bro.
It has been beyond humid recently, so that sucking some of the humidity out of the air is really appealing.
All right, so I guess just to move it on real quick, Jesse, what have you been up to?
Other than dreaming about losing my teeth, not much, really.
Not much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just chilling, I guess.
I have a couple.
Nothing-
I have a couple stories I can tell. First off, for the podcast, after I uploaded the one from the not last Tuesday, but the Tuesday. What happened?
My whole window just shook.
Oh damn!
That's not good.
Like horror movie dun 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 dun
Yeah,
type of shaking.
the
Oh,
two-
it's about to get really loud.
Yeah, I just saw the flash, and it's been like 5 seconds. That is... Damn!
I wish I could see what y'all are seeing,
I am
bro.
opening my Nest app again. I'm gonna keep my Nest.
Bro, it doesn't even look that crazy outside.
It's a thermobaric fucking lightning strike out there, bro.
Man, I must live in y'all must live in Central City. Like, y'all over here dealing with the particle accelerator.
That's what I'm saying.
I just got a notification on my computer, air quality alert. I don't know why I just got that.
Air quality alert. Okay, actually, who duked us?
Air quality alert?
Let me see if I can click it. You're gonna hear
Bro,
some-
it's 98
Wow.
degrees out there, bro.
Hold on, I'm sending you a message. Genuinely, what calamity just hit Earth?
Calamity is crazy.
I opened my app, my weather app. Every day for the next 10 days is thunderstorms. What the fuck is going on?
What?
Hey,
I
repent
sent
now,
you a
y'all. This is the
screenshot.
second coming of Christ.
Hold
The
on,
rapture is
hold
upon
on.
us.
Guys, we might be live streaming the rapture live. Hold up.
Fucking the end of the world
Bro.
is going on.
It says rain is expected to stop in 10 minutes.
Okay. Yo, Cap, this
What's
image is one of the
look at-
funniest images ever.
Wait, hold on. Can I see?
Well, he said it's a
I
group
just sent you a
chat.
group chat.
It's
Oh,
literally
I gotta
just.
go get my phone.
Fucking every day for the next 10 days is just hot as rain.
We're going through the extinction event chat.
Oh yeah, it
That's
says
why I said,
yeah,
what
it says
calamity.
now it says tomorrow. It says Saturday thunderstorm, Sunday thunderstorm, Monday thunderstorm, Tuesday rain, Wednesday rain, Thursday
Bro!
just cloudy. Oh, I just heard something.
Oh, I'm about to get booted off this shit. I can't wait for this power outage. It's just inevitable. Let me charge my phone.
If the rain does genuinely stop in 10 minutes, like Logan is saying, it will be fine.
It would kind of be hilarious
Which
if
is
that shut this
Jersey
thing
sucks.
down.
They do have like decent power.
Okay,
grids.
I just opened the rain app and now there's like rain like all on the camera.
Yeah, I'm looking at the
Holy
forecast right
shit.
now. It is a really small storm.
It says it should last like only 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It says it also says isolated thunderstorm.
Isolated?
Mhm.
Why is there a domain expansion over here? Like, what the hell?
Okay.
How do you isolate a thunderstorm?
We're all worrying about
You
the
don't know
weather.
what isolated
We're-
storm
we're-
means?
We're all worrying about the weather while Jesse's just chilling.
I'm about to say I'm over
Jesse's
here.
not
like,
chilling. He's in Texas. That's just hot as hell.
How hot is it over
But
I
that's
there?
don't got no-
that's an everyday experience.
I'm about to say, yeah, this is pretty normal for
Like,
us.
he
Heck,
got
right
used
now
to
it's
it.
like 95.
Where it's hotter over
why
here
is
than
it-
it is over there.
Yeah, I was
Well,
about to say,
that's
why is
'cause
it
we're
hotter
cooling.
in Jersey?
That's because it's cooling down for the day now.
Jesse,
it was
we're
like-
later in the day than you are, and it's hotter in here. That should tell
I
you
know.
something.
I know. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just like, no, be calling me. Okay, I think I thought it was. We're good.
Alright, I'm gonna keep an eye on the weather still, because that is crazy. Yeah, let me open my Nest app
Yeah.
one more time. Then I'll get back to what I was saying. But yeah, let me open the Nest app. Oh, yep. That is some rain.
That is some rain.
And yeah, and you, Khalid and Gavin, you two are like right near windows, right? So you can just look out. Like, I'm in my basement right now. I
Yeah.
can't even
Yeah,
look
I
out.
opened my window.
Like, I can't even like look out any windows. I'm just looking like from the Nest camera on my phone for the doorbell.
They said Independence Day is coming up. Lightning.
Well, let's hit you. The 250th anniversary of America. Thunderstorms. Crazy.
I almost said something and then I
The world
you know,
almost,
got-
the world really said fireworks.
Fireworks. Fuck fireworks. Thunderstorms. Bam.
That's what I'm saying. They wanted to partake in the July 4th festivities.
Oh yeah, if it's raining like crazy, they just shut down. Like, that would be crazy.
Dude, that would suck.
What a start to the anniversary
Episode.
Yeah.
Well, I was mentioning before we got into the whole thunderstorm thing. I put for our last episode, the obsession one. I decided to make a TikTok with a clip from the episode, which was the best idea ever because on YouTube Shorts, I got over 1,000 views, like 40 likes, and on the YouTube
shit.
Shorts one, you can link the podcast episode like to the video, And so, you ready to hear this? I think this is why the numbers went up, because I linked the episode to the podcast so you can click on it and listen to it. Ready? Okay, so for the podcast on YouTube, the first episode, consistently, like, because the podcast didn't hit YouTube until like a few months ago. So like with new episodes on YouTube, episode 6, 58 views, episode 7, 65 views, episode 8, 187 views. So that jumped up like double.
Dang.
And then
Who the fuck is listening to this?
But then on TikTok, it got less views, still a lot at 860 something, but more likes at 123 likes. So, yeah, it did pretty well. So I think I'm gonna keep on clipping clips from the episodes for TikToks and stuff, because it looks like it helped. So
I guess so.
yeah, later on when I'm going over my week, I'll have one more thing to say about Obsession real quick. But the Thursday, I'm trying to think of the last week. Thursday last week, I saw Supergirl. We were talking about it before you got on, Khalid. Wow, that movie's bad. That is. I'm worried about the future of DC going forward if that's the movie they made.
James Gunn didn't write it, so in James Gunn I trust.
That's exactly why I calmed down, because I was really hating, but then I found out that he didn't have anything to do with it.
But guys, here's the problem. Most of the projects he's not gonna write and direct. Like, he's handing them off to other people. It's gonna depend on like who he hires.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna learn. No, I don't mean this in like a he doesn't know what he's doing kind of way. He's gonna learn his lesson real fucking fast, not to do that shit again.
Well, also Supergirl, I mentioned it.
Unless it's someone he like personally trusts. You feel me?
I mentioned, I don't know if I didn't mention it to you before the podcast, but Supergirl was written by a first-time screenwriter. She had never written a film before. She had written like two short films, and like I think
Hey, don't disrespect short films.
No disrespect, but if you do a feature film, you should your first movie should never be a big budget like blockbuster film. Like, you always got to start out like, you know, not
something niche
like
or small,
lower budget, mid budget. Yeah, like I'm not saying like, you know, a Obsession $750,000, but I mean like, you know, just, you know, like a comedy or a small drama, or, you know, something like that. Like, you never want your first film, writing or directing, to be a big budget, like, you know, tentpole movie. And so I think that was a problem. The script's just really bad. Some of the dialogue's bad. I mentioned this before the podcast, but there's literally a scene where, I mean, this isn't really a spoiler or anything, but there's a scene where Supergirl and the girl she's helping out, they aren't talking at this point in the movie. Like, they got into a spat. And so Supergirl wants to go to another planet. And so these space pirates or whatever throw a bag over her head so she can't see where she's going, how they bring her to this other planet because they don't want her to see. So the little girl notices them bringing her to the ship to bring her to the planet. And this is where I was like, you actually expect us to believe this? So the little girl, who, if I recall correctly, does not have any powers during the movie. She's just a girl who has, like, you know, a weapon. This movie expects you to believe that she was able to, and they don't even tell you like what she held onto specifically, so you have to infer it. But what I inferred is that this little girl, and also when they land on the planet, you see someone let go of the side of the ship and fall off before the people in the ship get out. So this movie is basically wanting you to believe that this little girl held onto the side of a ship outside of the ship while the ship was going off the planet through space to another planet, and she got there safely, like without losing oxygen, and I'm just like, what is happening? Like, it just made no sense. You've probably heard about this online. This movie has possibly the worst use of a song ever in a film. The final battle.
You're the only person I've ever heard say that.
I've seen everyone talking about. You haven't seen TikToks where they're playing the song The Middle?
I haven't seen many TikToks about it. That's why I barely
about
know
the movie?
what the movie is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that final battle, that final scene, the song it's set to, do you know the song The Middle? It just takes some time, but okay.
Yeah.
So it's set to that song, but it's a cover of like a slower version of it. And you're sitting there watching it, and it's all in slow motion. It's like this like the big penultimate action sequence in the film, like the final action sequence. And it's set to a slowed down, like cover song. It's not a bad cover. It's a female singer who sings it. It's like a lot. It's not a bad cover on its own, but in the scene, it's so like, what am I watching? Like, it's such a terrible choice for the scene that it is in the movie. It's a really bad choice. And yeah, the script's bad. I will say this: Millie Alcock is great as Supergirl. Like, she is really, really good. And even Jason Momoa as Lobo is good. The problem is on Supergirl's front, the entire script's just bad. So it's just the lines she's given and what the plot has her do just isn't good. But she's good herself in the role. Lobo, he's good, but he is so out of place. He had no need to be in this movie. It's like, he's just there. He has no service for the plot. He's just there. And he's probably only in it for like 10 minutes.
What did he do in the movie?
Nothing. He fights. He gets captured at one point. He's at the final battle. That's it. There's nothing else. He does nothing during the movie. Like, it's...
Damn.
They hyped Lobo up like he was gonna be the main fucking villain.
Well, here's the thing. I read the comic that this is based on last year before it came out. The comic's really good. Woman of Tomorrow, it's a really good comic. He's not even in that comic. So even going into the film, I was like, if they're adapting this comic, how are they going to put him in there? But I'm like, oh, it'll probably be fine. They'll find a way to work him in there. And their solution was just put him in there without trying. He's just there. They go to a planet, and he just so happens to be on the planet. And that's the thing with this movie, is that it's just a bunch of sequences put together. It's basically, they go to one planet, they get information, they go to another planet. They get information from that planet, then they go another planet, so on and so forth. It's just basically, I think people describe these kind of plots as like a fetch quest. It kind of reminded me of Rise of Skywalker, which is a terrible movie.
Oh my
to be
gosh.
compared to, where the entire movie is, we have information, let's go to this planet. We get information from that planet, let's go to this planet. Like, that's the whole movie. And it's like I said,
Well,
the act...
see, those movies tend to suck unless they are for a purpose. Like, if they are
it can be
genuinely looking for something,
Oh yeah, it can be done well.
that makes sense.
It can be done
It
well.
does, but like Rise of Skywalker is another example, literally, of like how it wasn't done well. So.
Yeah, this movie's an
Yeah, I
example
know,
of
I
it
know.
not being done well. And look, when I say this movie's bad, I'm not saying Madam Web bad or, Kraven the Hunter bad. I'm not saying like that. There's good stuff in it. Actually, the flashback scenes I really liked on Krypton. And the couple scenes with Superman, just watching this, I was reminded how great David Cornsweet is as Superman. Like, and he's in a couple scenes in the movie. He's not in it that long, but when he's in it, you're reminded like why why people loved him as Superman. And yeah, the flashback stuff with her on Krypton is really good. And another detail I actually really liked about those scenes is they're all in Kryptonian with subtitles. So like all of those scenes, they didn't like cop out and like, just do it like they're speaking in English, but it's supposed to be Kryptonian or whatever. They actually like the entire scenes, they're all spoken in Kryptonian and they use subtitles, which I really liked. I like that detail. But yeah, like I said, those flashbacks.
Do we have like a pre-existing Kryptonian language that is like canon to like all of the DCU?
I know in
don't
Superman,
know.
his parents spoke briefly in Kryptonian.
Well, so we saw.
Yeah,
in Superman,
yeah. But I mean, like, is it just the type of thing where it sounds alien and that's it, or do they like genuinely are like the same language in both Superman and Supergirl?
I think it's the same language. I think it's supposed to be the same.
I imagine it's the same universe.
Yeah,
I mean,
usually you get like
I
people who
I don't
make
know.
languages.
I don't know Kryptonian, so I don't know the difference when it's spoken in two different movies. So I mean,
But I also think what Gav was asking was like if other.
No, I mean like
DC
just in
movies and not by
James
Gunn had
Gunn,
done-
well,
like
Superman's the only-
in Superman and then Supergirl, those two coexisting movies.
I assume it's the same Kryptonian.
Is it
Yeah,
like
it's gotta
the
be the same.
same
It's
type
gotta be the
of
same.
dialect, or do they like not correlate at all? And it's just like, oh hey, this is supposed to be an
I
alien
assume
language,
it's
so
the
we're gonna
same.
make it
I
sound
assume
alien.
It's the same language and the same dialect. But yeah,
Huh.
so here's the thing. When I say no spoilers, the thing is there's nothing to spoil. There's nothing to spoil. It's so by the numbers, like you know exactly what's gonna happen, you know how it's gonna end, like 30 minutes into the movie, and there's nothing notable
Yeah,
about
well,
it.
how close of an adaptation to the comic is it?
That's the thing. It is not a good adaptation. They take a lot of
Dang.
liberties. Also, I knew this going in, but this didn't bother me. That girl in the comic, she's an alien. She's like blue skinned. Like she's not even a human.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, reading the comic, going into the movie, this worried me. And seeing the movie, my fear was realized. In the comic, it's written and presented in a certain way. In the comic, so in the story, like James Gunn is leading up to the movie, she lived on a trunk of Krypton. Her childhood was very different from Superman, and so in the comic, the way you find out about her tragic past is through the little girl. The entire comic is basically from the little girl's perspective, like the alien girl's perspective. And so like you don't even find out her backstory, and you find out through how the girl talks about it. And like then they'll show like like how in comics they have like the square text, and that's like the character's inner thoughts. All of the square text in the comic are from that little girl's mind. So you find out like Supergirl's backstory through the little girl finding out. And so it's kind of written in that way. And the movie, the problem is that the movie, so in the trailer, you obviously know that Krypto gets shot and, he has 3 days left to live. That happens in the first 10 minutes. That happens like right away. The problem is that the backstory elements and like how she met Krypto and like her being sent to Earth and, Superman finding her, they don't show that until halfway into the film. And it's so out of place. Watching it, and I've seen people online mention this, the main thing they probably should have done is that the beginning should have been the backstory. All those backstories should have been the first 10 to 15 minutes. And then you lean into the film. Because it would have made... It probably would have made it better, honestly. I mean, the script still would have been, some of the dialogue would have still been pretty bad. But I think that issue is definitely something that kind of, like, hangs over the movie. And it kind of carries throughout.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, like I said, the dialogue's bad. It's... like the story, it's just all over the place. There's really no focus. Also, here's the thing. So, in the trailer, you obviously know they're going off to find the antidote for Krypto. But while they're finding the antidote for Krypto, they get it from that guy, the villain, so then the little girl can kill him. So that happens for about the first 50 minutes of the movie. Then they find out about a whole other thing where this villain is like. I mean, I don't even really think this is a spoiler. The villain is, like, taking little girls and, like, having them, like grow up to, like have babies, and they want it so they have an all-male dominant species. And so then, basically, 50 minutes forward, it becomes, oh, we gotta go to this planet to save these enslaved women. And I'm like, this has nothing to do with what you've been doing the last 50 minutes of the movie. So then it goes for 20 minutes about they're trying to save these girls from this planet, which in theory, like a villain wanting to do that and stopping him for it, that's interesting. That's an interesting concept. But you already had this plot going that you've been setting up for the first 50 minutes, and then you stop it, and then you just change this completely different thing for like 20 minutes, and then you go back to the plot, and it's just all over the place. It's really... One other thing, so I don't want to talk about this too long because I'm kind of already going overboard. The editing. I was like, this has to be a first-time editor. Because the editing of this movie, there's a scene very early on. It's when the little girl's parents get killed. There's a scene where the villain Krem, before he kills the parents, he walks into their house and he starts eating something from their house. So he sits down, he starts eating something. He takes some of their food and he starts eating it. So he's eating this food. And there's nothing else going on. Nobody else is talking. Nothing else is going on. A good editor edits around what's happening in the scene. You have to have cues. You have to have, something that, gradually transitions to the next shot. It's about 5 seconds in total, and it cuts about 5 different times to different angles of his face, of the villain's face eating the food. No dialogue, nothing happening around him. It's just every second it's constantly cutting to a different angle. And then that scene where he kills the parents, which is the same scene but like shortly after, when he kills the parents, it cuts every second. Stab wound, cut. So like basically stab wound, close up, cut. Cut up to the face, cut. Like pull the sword out, cut. Falling down, cut. And it's like, it's just cut. And I'm like, this editing is so bad. Like it's so bad. And thankfully, as the movie went on, it wasn't as bad. It's really only during action sequences. There's a couple scenes. There's a scene where Supergirl and the girl talk, and it's actually like kind of emotional, and it kind of works. And that's also when the editing works, because it's just people talking, so they actually know when to cut since there's not that much happening. But yeah, whenever there's action, it's really badly edited. It's just the movie was a massive disappointment. And the problem
Now I know I will not be seeing it.
I would just
Yeah,
say if you want to see
think-
it, just wait till Max.
Correct.
Just wait till HBO Max.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna pay to. I'm not gonna buy
Yeah,
it.
Oh, it's
probably
already
not.
bombing.
I was planning.
It's already bombing.
Yeah.
No one's seen
But-
it. It bombed.
I'm very picky about the movies I see in theaters instead of just going or like waiting.
Mhm.
But I'm happy that like every time I'm like, okay, I need to see this in theaters. It's a great watch.
Yeah.
And
I mean-
9 out of 10 of those are like horror movies, though.
So here's the thing that concerns me, and I think this is going to change. I think after this movie, they're going to realize their mistake. The writer who wrote this, the first-time writer, she's writing Wonder Woman and Teen Titans. And so, honestly, after this film, I think they're going to change that. I think they're going to
Wait, they're making a live-action Teen Titans movie?
That's what's... Yeah, she was hired to write it. So yeah, that's what they're
You
working
give that back to Gunn right now.
Let Gunn do
Yeah, I
that,
was about to say
Gunn
that
could-
better be the best thing I've ever
Also-
consumed.
No, listen.
Also,
listen,
as
you
we've
already
seen-
bombed with Titans. You
If-
cannot mess this up again.
Also, if you look at James Gunn's filmography, like one of the biggest strengths is he knows how to work with teams. Guardians of the Galaxy, the Suicide Squad, even Superman had the Justice Gang element in it. And so yeah, he's really good at
Yeah.
working with teams. So I think he would be great
Yes.
for that. And yeah,
I don't think anyone else could write a Teen Titans movie in
he
this
would be
day
a
and
great
age.
pick for it. That's why when they announced the Authority, I was like, oh god. But then I was like, wait a minute. Yes, it's a team nobody's heard of, but it's Gunn. He knows how to work with
I
unknown.
mean,
obscure
Guardians of the
teams.
Galaxy was also a team nobody had heard of.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He knows how to work with teams,
and
that no
they're
one's
like
heard of.
some of the most loved movies in all of the MCU.
And even the Suicide Squad, he picked some of the most obscure villains you could have picked, and made them work. I never thought
And
I would.
it worked.
Hold on,
I never
though.
thought I would care about a character named Ratcatcher too, but he made it work. So, yeah. So, but yeah,
Logan's also talking about the Suicide Squad 2.
yeah.
not
The second one.
first
No, not the first one. Not the first one. Not the first one. The second one. The second one.
The good one.
Okay.
The good one. The good one. I love that movie. That's
Hey,
that's
listen,
honestly,
I'll say it again. The first one's overhated, high key.
it's bad. I still don't think that movie is like Madam Web bad or like that type of bad, but it's not good.
hmm
But yeah,
I think
I loved Guns.
I think I had
Squad.
unnaturally. What? Yeah.
No,
one, yes.
Guns is definitely better.
No, but
not gonna
I
lie.
I think it had much more depth to it. Like the other one was all like, yeah, action shooty, bad guy, villain, let's go.
so
like
before I say this, and you,
James Gunn gave depth to some random no-name characters, and then like a fan favorite of Peacemaker was made. No one knew who the
so
fuck Peacemaker
here-
was before he was
yeah.
in that movie.
so
Yeah,
here's
that's
my
true.
thing. Even Peacemaker season 2, I thought was a step down from season 1. I still enjoyed it, but that last episode was not good.
I never watched season 2.
It's
You
good.
can't-
The last
You
episode.
You can't lie. That whole I can't remember what the world was. I almost want to say World X or something like that.
Oh,
but
that
you
was
can't
great.
lie.
That reveal was great.
Earth-X.
That was funny.
With the Nazi, that reveal was
Yes.
great. Yeah, that reveal was great. But I'm talking about the last episode. Khalid, can you
One
back?
got out.
Khalid, can you back me up on this? It felt-
One cut out.
I forgot about that.
Khalid, can you back me? Khalid, can you back me up on this? Because you saw it, right? Season 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first 7, it felt like episode 7 was the last episode, and then the episode 8 was an epilogue. It felt like it's so like just all right. Let's just like it felt like it was just an afterthought. The last episode.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Like all the flashback stuff to the Foxy Shazam concert, and then just revealing like last minute, oh yeah, Flag was sleeping with the robot girl, and I thought that last episode was just an afterthought. It felt like they were just like, all right, let's wrap it up, but no, it felt like everything
Is
was
there
concluded
gonna be
in
a
the
season
previous
3?
episode. No, they've already said no season 3.
So does
Wait,
it end
no
well?
season 3?
Yeah. Gunn said that before, I think right when the last episode came out. Because what I assume is that ending is going to come into play in Man of Tomorrow.
Okay.
Which concerns me because Man of Tomorrow already has so many characters in it. And if Peacemaker gets added to that, that's a lot of people.
And Peacemaker was already in Superman.
Yeah, but that was... Jesse, you haven't seen it, right? Season 2?
He's saying like he'd be a bigger part.
He would be a big part of the movie
Mhm.
with how it ends. I assume what they're gonna do, Khalid, is they're gonna throw Superman on that same planet. And him and
you think
Peacemaker,
so?
yeah, and him and Peacemaker are gonna find each other and they're gonna escape. Because if it's true, also that Gunn has said like it's not a Superman sequel, and it's more. And from what the rumors I've heard, it's more of a Lex Luthor film. They could have Superman off to the side, stuck on another planet, and he has to escape. Like that's like a side plot. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that.
Alright. Look, I think that when I saw Superman, I thought it was going to be another Black Adam situation because I thought there was too many characters there. And here comes
They did that
the
shit
idea
perfectly.
of Man of Tomorrow with, the ending of Peacemaker, and it's like, the same problem, is brought up again. And honestly, this time I'm not even going to doubt. I'm going to just let him cook. I'm going to just
I'll let him
do
cook.
it.
We'll see. I think it's gonna depend too on how long the movie is. If you remember, Superman was like it was like an hour and 59 minutes without credits. If this is true, and because it's already confirmed, all the Justice Gang's back. Hal Jordan's in it. Not Hal.
Oh,
No,
the
no.
Justice Gang is a
I'm sorry.
great cast.
Wrong one. No, not Hal Jordan. John Stewart. They've confirmed is in it.
Oh, let's go. The better Green Lantern.
The actual Green Lantern.
I've
Yes,
also heard a rumor.
yes.
I've heard a rumor about Lanterns, is that half of the show takes place in 2016 and half of it takes place in present day. And I've heard a rumor that Hal Jordan dies. And that's
Go,
why
John Stewart,
I'm not
the GOAT.
complaining. I'm not
that's
complaining.
and that's why John
Stewart,
Stewart's
the GOAT,
in,
gets to step up.
and that's why if you've seen the poster, it says only one can wear the ring.
Which
And
is
people,
funny
it's
they have
because
a
I
whole
think
society of
when
lanterns.
John Stewart dies, not John Stewart. When Hal Jordan dies, John Stewart takes his ring.
Okay, who's writing Lanterns?
The guys who did the Watchmen show on HBO, which people
Was that a
rave
good
about.
show?
I've heard nothing but amazing things about it. Like people raved about that show.
Okay, hold on. Aren't there multiple Watcher things though? Like what are
The
which one are we
Watchmen,
talking
the
about?
2019 one, where it
The
was the
2019.
miniseries.
Okay.
Let me go to IMDb. Hold on, Watchmen.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, 8.2
How
on
it
IMDb.
started.
I remember people raved about it, like when it came out. It was a miniseries. But Lanterns, it's that. I think so the guy who was the showrunner on Watchmen, who's doing Lanterns. I think he also created Lost, the TV show Lost.
He made Lost.
I think so. Yeah, I could be wrong.
Yo, Lost was
That
like
would
one
be
of
fucking
the
insane.
shows of all time, bro.
I
was
watched the
about to
first
say.
season and I really liked it. I know people say that's a show, like it kind of goes off the rails as it goes on, like the last season.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that the show that ended where it's like you find out everyone had died at the very
The
beginning?
whole time, yeah.
And and they were just dead the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Logan.
Yeah.
The Watchmen I'm thinking of was a 2009
The
film.
Zack Snyder one? Yeah, not that one. They did a
Okay.
TV show. The TV show was a direct sequel to the comic book.
So it is the same like series.
It's
just like
not
a
connect. No,
reboot.
it's not connected to Zack Snyder's movie. The TV show is a direct continuation of the comic book itself. Because the movie took liberties. The
Oh.
movie changed things. The ending of the movie is completely different than the comic is.
Much like a lot of things Zack Snyder did.
If I remember, I haven't read the whole comic. I really liked what I read of it, but the ending, apparently there's like a giant squid, and that's not in the movie. So yeah, I think the ending of the movie was different. But yeah, the TV show is a direct sequel to the comic. To the comic miniseries. It's a great comic if you never. It's funny. I read like 11 of the 12 issues. I almost made it, but I just stopped I should go back and read that from the beginning all the way through. It's really good. I mean, it's the only comic book that's on. I think it was Time Magazine's top 100 literature of all time for the last 100 years. That was the only like graphic novel on there. So it kind of is famous for that, that title. But yeah, anyway, Supergirl was bad. The edit, that whole movie was very disappointing. So then the next day, that Friday, I'll be real quick. Went to a bar. I walked to a bar. I walked 30 minutes to a bar from my house. I got 2 drinks. Then I went to Target. I felt tipsy. And then I went to the movies. I was like 15 minutes early. I think the alcohol had worn off by the time I got to the movies. I like played like the arcade games, like the one arcade game they have that I used their massage chairs. And then the movie still had like 30 minutes till it started, and I saw Jackass 5, which was hilarious. Which, I mean, I think all the movies are hilarious, but I think it kept it up. It's like more like half a clip show of the other movies and shows, but like the other half is like new material, which was really, really funny. And so, yeah, so that was that night. Went to, the next day I went to a social gathering. I met some new friends, exchanged some phone numbers, so I was happy I did that because I'm usually very shy and not, outgoing. Sunday was disappointing. Last Sunday, remember I texted you guys I went to a convention to get something signed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I drove an hour and 10 minutes to get to this place. Kevin Eastman was there, and I wanted that Ninja Turtles 3D model signed. So I brought the 3D model with me, drove 110 minutes, walked it up to the convention center, went in, scanned. Everyone was complimenting me on the thing because I'm carrying it like out in public, and like everybody's like we were out when we left Philly, and like everyone was complimenting it. And so here's the thing: they had general admission to the convention. They had like most celebrities, they had photos, but Kevin Eastman was interesting because his were table selfies and autographs, and those you couldn't reserve. It was like walk up. So I get there 2 hours after it starts at like 12 o'clock, right? And it closes at 4. I'm like, oh, I'll have plenty of time. Like, it won't take the whole 4 hours if I wait in a line. I walk in, get to the thing, I look at the line. It doesn't look that long, but it goes up to bleachers, and there were people sitting in the bleachers, and I didn't know if they had anything to do with it or not. So I go up to the line, I ask a guy who's waiting, I'm like, hey, I saw Kevin Eastman like from a short distance. I saw him. But I said, hey, where does the line start? Like, where do I get in line? Like, just go over there. Like, thank you. That was somebody in line, like, waiting. Then this guy in a Team Eastman shirt, like, so one of Eastman's crew members stops me and he says, we capped the line for the whole day.
Wow.
And I was like,
Dang.
fuck. And then he told me, he said, well, the con closes at 4. We leave at 3:30. If you want to wait until 3:30, we might be able to squeeze you in. And I'm thinking about it like, I'm probably gonna wait 3 hours. And I'm still not gonna. It's not worth it. So, I left so disappointed. I didn't get a signature. I didn't get a picture, and I was planning to get both. So I was like, damn it. So yeah, that sucked. And then I came home, and then when we couldn't figure out the podcast, I just really didn't do anything that day. So yeah, that kind of sucked. So I was like, ugh.
That reminds me. I have a Kevin Smith story to tell you. That I had learned from a coworker who ended up meeting him.
Yeah.
I don't know how recent this is, but do you remember the little girl in Clerks? Like the one with like the cigarette?
Yep, she's in Clerks 3 also.
So she got married, and he was a photographer for her wedding.
Oh, really?
And at the wedding, Kevin Smith had a recording of him essentially, congratulating her and whatnot. And they played it for her, and she was super surprised. She was like, oh, I didn't expect him to do this. Oh, this is like so cool. And literally like a minute later, he walks through the doors. And
oh, that's awesome.
Like, really wholesome story. I was like super surprised when he told me that. And I was like, I have a friend who's like a Kevin Smith fan. So let me tell him that.
I remember I read he officiates weddings. He's like certified. He got certified to officiate weddings so he could do fan weddings. He's done weddings for fans.
Really?
So,
wow.
Yeah.
That's some dedication.
I could tell some. I haven't told you guys this in the podcast yet. I told Khalid. I don't know if I told you too. I became friends like. I'm basically friends with her at this point. I became friends with, my dad has known Kevin Smith's, we call her I think the bean manager, like the person who takes care of his accounting and like looks at his bills, looks at everything. She runs a part of the secret stash too in Red Bank, and my dad used to deliver there, and he became friends with her, and like a year or two ago, he had her phone number. He knew I was a big fan. He's like, you know what? I'm going to reach out to her. And I think it was Christmas 2024. He reached out to her. They started talking like back and forth. And last year I met her. We exchanged phone numbers, but last year in like July, we drove down to Red Bank, me, my mom, my dad, and we had a private visit of the View Askew offices in Red Bank. And she walked us through it. It was basically, it wasn't like, it was a production place basically, but it was like just offices. Like, they had offices and she had like paperwork on her desk and stuff like that. And so yeah, and they had like posters of all the movies up. There was a room, like it wasn't like decorated or anything. Like if you go to like a massive studio and they have like just like props laying around everything, it wasn't like that. But like there was office buildings. You had posters of the movies up, and so yeah, and then I was in her. I talked to her for about an hour in the office, in her office, and we were going back and forth. And yeah, and then I was and you see, I interviewed her for a school project last year. In December, I did an interview with her, and I used it for my project. And I'm sure the one other thing I was trying to remember, she copped us tickets. She got us into one of his events, and she formally introduced me and I had met him beforehand, but she introduced me formally introduced us to him, and it was the longest I'd ever talked to Kevin Smith. We talked for like 10 to 15 minutes, and it was like a whole back and forth, and I'm going to throw this out there. I told Khalid this, but I wasn't going to say it, but I'll throw it out there because I don't even know if this movie's going to happen at this point. But he was talking about saying, I love Dogma. That's my favorite film of yours. He had just got the rights back to it last year. It was played in theaters. He mentioned, after the movie got bought, they wanted me to start writing another one. So I wrote a script for a sequel, and we're thinking about making it. And I told him, I said, because I had heard that, and I told him, I said, if you ever make Dogma 2, because it's one of my favorite movies, I said, if you needed me to do anything as like an extra, I will do anything. Let me know. He says, literally, I wrote it. There's so many roles for extras. Bet. Like he said, bet you. And I'm like, all right. So if that happens, look, the movie could be however it is. And, if I'm not in it, I'll give my thoughts how I think. If I'm in that movie, I'm sorry, it is an automatic 10 out of 10 for me. But
my presence alone elevated the movie.
If we ever have to review
My
that movie,
gosh.
if I ever have to review that movie and I'm in it in the background, even if it's just an extra, I will have to sit out for that review. I will sit out in silence throughout that review.
Guys, hold on. I have to give condolences to my family real quick.
Oh.
They're not ready for this peak that's about to happen. My
What?
brother came in and
What?
warned me like a few minutes ago because he was telling me to come down to like join them because they're about to watch Obsession. I've already seen Obsession. They're not ready for what's about to happen.
Oh, that's gonna happen while
Bro,
we're going on.
speaking of putting our parents on things, I finally got my parents to watch Pluribus, and my mom, who is an avid Breaking Bad denier, she will not watch Breaking Bad. I was like, she did it on like episode 5, and I was like, so how do you like it? Do you think it's good? Like I was low-key pissing her off, and I was like, do you know who wrote this? And she's like, no, who? I was like, the same guy who made Breaking Bad, and she got so she was heated.
Gavin Thomas Sheikah.
So I want
How
to.
dare you make me watch a show made by Vance.
No, it's not even that. She doesn't like Breaking Bad because it's like a morality thing almost.
Okay.
I was like, I've been trying to get her to watch Breaking Bad ever since I watched it because I know my parents would really like the show. But but every time they deny because it's like, I don't want to watch a show about drugs and murder, but they watch shit like
That's all my
Snowfall,
parents watch.
and I'm like, come on.
So real quick, since you just brought up Obsession, Jesse, this is the last thing I did this week. I watched it a third time yesterday because it just dropped on iTunes. They just dropped it on digital. They're like, buy it now, and I was like, you know what? I want to watch this again so badly a third time. I'm gonna buy it. Like it was $20 to rent it, $25 to buy it. I'm like, I'm just buying it. Why would you have $20 to rent something you could buy it for $5 more? So yeah, I bought it.
Agree with that.
I watched it again, and like I said, just loved it. Like, and just same feelings. Gavin, like you said, I kept out for the audio. I especially tried to listen to sounds this time, and I caught like the stick breaking and the sound going off in the bathroom. So I noticed that the second time. One other thing I want to bring up. I saw a Twitter post about a theory someone had, and at first I'm like, oh, someone probably just thought of this. And then the more and more I looked into it, and the more they got into the theory, I'm like, this actually tracks. But it's like a smaller thing. So remember how in the movie, the first time he goes to the shop, it's a female worker, and then the second time it's a male worker?
Yeah.
So remember in the movie, the second time when it's the male, he says, oh, I used my wish already? If you look in the background, the first scene, it's not there, but the second scene, there's a trans flag in the back.
Oh,
And
so they
the,
just
so
wished
the
for
theory
a
is that
transition?
he wished to be a woman. I'm sorry, she wished to be a male.
Oh,
I didn't
hold
notice
me
that, and it was
on my
like,
tongue.
That
wait,
would be interesting, but
no, I just saw that. I thought it was interesting because, well, then when he said, "Oh, I made my wish already," and like I said, it was just the fact that like the first scene you don't see that in the background, but then the second time you see it in the background on the wall, that's what kind of was like, oh, that might actually make sense. But somebody
I
caught
thought you
that.
were
And I
going to
thought that was
talk
interesting.
about. I saw one where it was, and it kind of made a little bit of sense, where it was every time, uh, Nikki was like snapped back in was when she was like looking at a mirror. Like when she's outside the car, she looked towards the like the car mirror, looked forward, and that's when she like was like, wait, what the hell? And then like every other time in the like, okay, not every other time, but like there was like 4 other clips of where the same thing happened, where she was like looking at like a reflection or something, and it like jittered.
Oh, so
I
that's
thought
I
that would
wanted
be
to bring
really
that up
cool.
real quick. So in the documentary, if you buy it on iTunes, it includes like a 20-minute documentary, like in the special features, and I watched it. And you know that scene where she breaks the window right before she smacks her head in? So they
Yeah.
only had 3 or
Mhm.
4 of those glass windows. It was like basically plastic. That was plastic that she hit. It was a plastic window. They had 3 or 4 of them.
Oh.
The first time it cracked, but it didn't fully crack. The second time, like something like it hit back or something, and then like the first 3 times, like it failed. And then literally, he said, Curry Barker said in the documentary, if this fails the 4th time, we're fucked. We can't afford it. And then thankfully, the 4th time it worked perfectly. The last one that they had. And so, yeah, they talked about that in the documentary. Another thing, too, I wanted to mention is because I remember remember how I was saying, I kept on seeing people say that, like, it was the cat's spirit in her body. So,
Oh
I
yeah,
saw
that because
another,
that
Yeah,
shit was
that's
so
dumb theory.
I
stupid.
saw another one that said the first time she ever walks, she walks like a cat. If you look in the first time they enter the bedroom, she's like on like all 4s in the back, and you can see her like that's how she gets to the bed. It's like a background thing. Like I looked out for it the second time, but I think there's one scene, like one of the first times they're near the bed, you can see her in the background crawling like a cat. So I saw that. Yeah, I saw some, but still, I still don't think that
I
theory
don't
makes
know.
sense.
I
But
think that's still a stretch.
It is, but like,
yeah. Okay, so we're almost an hour in already. It's
Yeah, on to the
57 minutes
topic.
in. Okay.
We've been sidetracking too
So
much.
on to the topic. I came up with 8 questions. And one of them, I can't even believe I'm going to say this on the podcast, the one I came up with, but I will.
No.
So each one has to do with an episode. I'm actually going to pull up the list of episodes on my Spotify because I meant to write them all next to the notes I had, but I only have the first 2 listed next to the bullet. So let me just pull it up. I have it for the first couple. All right, so I'm going to ask you guys 8 questions, okay? And each
Alrighty.
question relates to the topic of the episode. So if we were just talking about Kevin Smith, obviously, but the first episode was Clerking All Night, and it was about, me and Khalid going to the thing in 2023, and so it's a Clerks related question. Question 2 is was the Stranger Things episode. That one I think you guys are gonna like because that one actually kind of partakes to something we talked about with that episode. Okay, so then 3 was Winnie the Pooh, so that's a Winnie the Pooh. I don't know, sorry, like that was the Blood and Honey one. So I did like a question that's kind of in that vein. So it's like that, et cetera, et cetera. All right, so
okay,
Okay.
we're gonna start with episode 1. So episode 1 was the Clerking All Night episode. That was the very first episode we did on July 6th, 2023. And where we talked
yes,
about
indeed.
being Khalid. It was guys, I tried listening to the first episode again last night. I got like an hour in. Like the audio quality is not good on those mics. It's much better now. Yeah. So that was where me and Khalid talked about, we went to the Clerks event in Atlantic Highlands.
Oh yeah.
And so I did a Clerks related question. So it's related to the Clerks film. So for the audience, when I say what I'm about to say, keep in mind that this has to do with these movies. It's not like I came up with these like just like out of my own head, because this is a really fucked up question.
Should I be worried?
I was about to say, right? Why are you giving a disclaimer?
Okay, guys, here's what I might do. This first question might be bad enough that I might edit this part out, and I just think of a question to have.
What?
Bro, it can't be that bad.
But
Nah, this unfiltered,
the rest
right?
of them aren't
It
bad
cannot
at
be
all.
that bad.
The uncensored version of the questions on our Patreon. Link here.
Yeah, uncensored.
So it's
Yo,
a Clerks related.
imagine.
So it's about Clerks 1 and Clerks 2. One event happens in one movie, one event happens in the other movie. Ready? What would be worse? Unknowingly having sex with a dead corpse, or purposely going out of your way to watch a donkey show?
Unknowingly having sex with a dead corpse,
Yes.
What was the?
or going out of my way to watch a donkey show.
Yes.
That's what you said.
Purposely going out of your way.
And when we say
Is this question
donkey
one?
show, when you
mean
say
the one
donkey
where
show,
they,
do you
like-
mean like the weird ass donkey show from Clerks, or
Yeah,
just like a
the
donkey?
donkey
show?
show from Clerks 2.
So I
what
have
happened
to
in that scene.
purposefully watch that?
Yes.
Or unknowingly have sex with a corpse.
How do you
Or commit a
unknowingly
felony.
How do you unknowingly have sex with a corpse?
Don't ask me, ask Logan. He's the one who
Okay,
did
so
it.
remember in the first Clerks, Caitlin goes into the bathroom and she has sex with the guy, but she didn't know he was dead.
Oh yeah, she did do that. But I'm a guy though.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I feel like we'd be able to tell.
But I just go to I just go to the bathroom and just start sticking my dick into
No
holes.
offense to the community of like people who do this, but I ain't writing nothing.
And also, by the way, both of these are terrible. These are all both horrible things. So like I'm putting that out there right off the bat. But like just relating to the episode, I just thought of that question and I was like, that's so fucked up.
One of them
Alright,
isn't a
look,
crime.
No, not even. Like, thank you, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I
one
was
of
about to
them,
say,
like
one of them, I
one
might
them-
catch
okay.
I mean-
fucking the T virus, bro. The other one is just me being weird.
I was gonna say like Logan, like I understand like the I guess
The idea of the question, but it's just,
the what if of like the thing, but the worst part about the donkey show is people knowing that you chose to watch.
okay. All right.
The first part is just unbeknownst to you necrophilia,
yes.
which is a crime.
Yes.
So like,
Your Honor,
Okay.
I really did not know it was a
yeah,
corpse I was
Your
fucking.
Honor,
Okay.
respectfully,
Okay.
respectfully, she was making noise at first. Like, I don't know what to say to that.
Okay. So I think we're all in agreement that it would rather be watch. Okay. So all right. So the
I had
next.
it.
So that was a weird question. The next ones are a lot better. Like that I kind of half-assed that one. So even though I thought I got
was
creative
funny,
with it, but okay.
It was a
So
good
the Stranger Things episode relates specifically to our conversation about it. So remember in that episode, I said on the podcast, you know, I think 11's gonna die and she's gonna sacrifice herself, and then like all of you were like, no, like that's terrible. So basically,
that's horrible.
basically that
Khalid.
kind of
It's terrible.
basically that kind of happened. I mean, it basically happened.
It
So
basically happened.
It's open ended.
let's say,
Yeah.
because Jesse joked at you, Khalid, you were saying when that episode came out, Jesse called you and said Logan manifested this.
Yes.
So I based the
yes.
question on if that were true. So if the Duffer Brothers watched this episode, like, you know, this obviously it's not, but like hypothetically speaking, if the Duffer Brothers watched that episode, liked what I said, and that's why that was in the finale, and because that happened, the entire last season was mid. Like it was like just so disappointing. That's why the season was disappointing. So if they had basically. If that podcast had never existed, so the question is this. So since it actually happened, I manifest this into existence. And it also made the entire season mid. Let's just put it that like it affected the whole season, like how it happened. So the question is this. Knowing that I manifested this into existence and I'm like the anchor being that made this happen. So
yes, of course.
would you rather keep the ending as it is and I live, or would you rather go back in time and kill me, which would guarantee a great final season for the show that everyone loved?
Man, okay.
The way Doke's theme started playing.
ding, 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 ding.
Look,
wants to know about
obviously,
Walmart, bro.
obviously, I'm not gonna kill, bro.
I'll
So,
sing
I'm not
praises
gonna
at your
kill.
funeral.
But,
Gavin said, "I'm sorry, Logan. It's for the greater good."
I asked this
Listen,
question.
I'm doing that shit from Grown Ups too, all right? I'm vocalizing.
What?
You know what? I respect it at least.
This question, I was like, I can't wait for the answers to this one because this could be really good with some of the answers for this. But yeah, I knew Gavin was gonna be like, "Yeah, you're dying." I'm like,
I'll sing phrases at your funeral. That was fantastic.
So yeah, that was the
Okay.
second question.
Oh my gosh. Obviously, it's a hypothetical, so it's like, I don't know, bro. Because like on the one hand, I know the season overall was mid, but I think the finale itself, like the actual ending, was fine.
That's what I'm like too. I'm on your same fence.
So it's like I don't even know if your death in this hypothetical would have fixed anything.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay.
We had the "I won't kill you." Oh yeah, you're dead, and the I don't think it's enough. Like,
Not that it's not enough. Like obviously, I
Watching it,
wouldn't kill bro, but like it's
watching it.
also like I don't know what they could have done. Like
Honestly,
genuinely,
here's my thing. I still, obviously I said it in that podcast, I felt it had to end with her sacrificing herself. What I would have done is the problem is that it's not built up throughout the season. Like there's not like a build up to
you
it
know what?
happening.
Yeah, I do
If
agree because
I
it was
was
literally just the last like 2 episodes where it's just like 11.
I
We
would
gotta
I
die.
would I would have built it up the whole season. I would have built to it. I also would have just, done the whole season as, it goes out into Earth, like the ending of season 4 promised, and they completely fucked us over on that. But that's what I would have done if I had done season 5. I still would have ended it. She probably would have sacrificed herself, but it would have been, the whole thing would have been like the upside down, like, going to like starting to take over Hawkins. Like that's how I would have done it. Like that would have been the whole
so
season.
like I understand like
It was so
people like
underwhelming.
I understand that too, and it's just like it sucks because like season 5 also had so many great moments, like the reveal of the upside down not even being the alternate dimension, but just the gateway to it was like one of the greatest things like to be revealed.
I mean,
like
I
in the entire
still
show.
think. I mean, because it seemed like everyone like was in agreement that everyone liked the first 4 episodes. That was the weird thing about it was when it came out, like it seemed like generally the first 4 episodes were like well liked, like not like the highest of the series, but they were a solid start. And then the
Yeah.
second that the second drop happened, that's when people were like, "Oh no!" But that first drop, everyone was so hyped after Will got powers at the end. Like at the end of episode 4, like that reveal is great. Like how they do that,
Oh,
and
yeah.
how they work in like the camcorder footage, and it leads to it. That scene's great, and that's what I was like, "Oh shit, I can't wait!" And then 5 through 7, really nothing happened in any of those episodes, really. But yeah, and I agree with you. There's great moments. I'll still defend a lot of moments in the finale. I loved the last 10 minutes. I thought the 11th sacrifice was done really well. I like the song choice of Purple Rain. I know a lot of people had an issue with that. I thought it fit. And so but there's definitely problems with the whole season, definitely. But yeah, that was moving on from question 2. So question 3. If any cartoon or children's character got a horror film, who would you want to get one? That's relating to the Winnie the Pooh episode.
Any children's cartoon had a horror movie?
Or a character, like a cartoon character, like a children's cartoon
That's a
character.
good one.
Huh. I feel like okay. That one
This is gonna be
me.
a hard answer.
I'm like, what kind
Literally.
of character could be like genuinely terrifying? Here. I mean, like, does just like any character in general?
I would say focus on like characters like Winnie the Pooh, like for children, like the like that, like that's what I was thinking of. But it can be like any decade.
Okay, so like saying like. So could I say something like Bill Cipher?
Yeah,
Bill Cipher's already like kind of a villain though.
Yeah,
so.
but
that's
he
why
doesn't
it
have a
work,
horror
though.
movie.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I'll count that.
I
Like a
was gonna go
first-person-
in the opposite direction.
All right, what were you gonna do?
Literally,
Gavin?
right? I was thinking like
I was gonna say like some like kid-friendly shit.
That's what I meant
Like, I was
more.
gonna say like
But, yeah, but Bill
Barney, like a
Cipher-
Jurassic Park Barney the dinosaur film
No,
would
wait,
kind of be
no,
heat.
that would be good. I'd watch that. Did you guys ever see the documentary? I never watched it, but the trailer is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. They did a documentary called like "I Love You, You Love Me," the dark story of Barney the It was like on Peacock, And the trailer is one of the funniest things you will ever see. After the podcast, since I'm on Discord, if I can remember, like right after we end this, I'm gonna pull it up like on Discord screen share because it is one of the funniest things you will ever watch. Just like watch the. I never even watched a documentary. Just watch the trailer for the movie. It's like I remember I saw an old video like even before the movie came out. Like teenagers back in the day hated Barney. And like there was like one's like college in the 90s where they had like a Barney bashing event where they just like beat up Barney dolls. And so like it seemed like just like people hated Barney. This documentary was like the dark side of Barney. And dude, when this episode ends, like and we finish the episode and we're still on the call, I'm pulling up that video because like just watching that is one of the funny. Just the trailer for that Peacock documentary is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. So yeah, Barney the Dinosaur horror movie would go pretty hard. I'd watch that.
Yeah.
I think it would have to be done in a similar fashion to Jurassic Park, where it's less of a horror film and more of a shit finna go down film of like if you do anything wrong, you're dead. That's the kind of thing I was thinking of, where it's like there is a purple dinosaur stalking me in the forest.
I'm thinking in the lines of a suspense thriller, I guess. Like horror. I think Blue's Clues would be an interesting one.
Make that shit a murder mystery.
Yeah, like a murder mystery Blue's Clues.
Ooh. Jesse, you're cooking.
I'd watch that. All right, so Khalid, you said
I'm changing. No, I'm gonna change my answer. I'm gonna change my answer because if we're doing straight kid stuff, then I'm gonna like pull like Yo Gabba Gabba out of my ass.
Yo Gabba Gabba.
No, that would be fire.
Yo, that's elite. That's elite. I can't even lie.
That'd be fire. I'd watch that.
The whole cast is a horror.
They should do all three of these. I would watch all three of these. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, I might want to change my answer now.
No, yours was good though.
I know, but hold on. I have like. I'm trying to remember the name of a show. I can. I'm trying to remember the name of a show. I have to Google this. Hold on. It's like it's one of those stop motion shows, and I was talking about how that's like a really irrational fear of mine. It's just stop motion. Because I get the uncanny valley effect really hard, and it just gives me the chills. And I remember there was one I watched when I was a kid that was like genuinely horrifying to me.
Wait, are you changing your answer again?
It looks like he is changing his answer again.
Gavin, you there?
Well, no.
Oh.
I'm here. I'm not changing my answer. I'm scrolling through like a list of shit that'll Chowder. That's what it was. That show was so scary to me as a kid for no fucking reason.
Chowder wasn't stop motion.
Yeah, Chowder was not stop motion, but Chowder was one freaky ass show.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's a good answer, but it was just it's not a stop motion. It was animated.
What am I? I don't remember. I don't know what I'm thinking. Nine was another one.
Coraline
was already low-key a horror, though.
Yeah, that was already a horror movie, basically. I mean, like children's horror movie, but still.
It was a children's horror movie, yeah.
Monster
House. I'm not gonna
be
Monster House was nightmarish.
Yeah, but that wouldn't count either because that's already like. So yeah, I'm just trying.
Oh yeah.
So, my answer, and I think I talked about this on a podcast before. You guys laughed at me. Like what TV show as a child was I afraid of? Do you guys remember on Nick Jr.? Do you guys remember Ubi?
The show with the hands.
Yes.
Yeah. I do remember that. I do remember you talking about that.
Bro, as a kid, that freaked me out because it's just a hand with googly eyes on it, and it's the weirdest looking thing.
I don't even understand. Like no offense, genuinely, because like we all have irrational fears, but I don't see how that could freak you out.
You've never seen like
No. I could definitely see it. It's one of those shows where I'm like, who the fuck approved this? Like,
No, I can say the same thing about the fucking potato from Amazing World of Gumball. That shit scared me when I was young.
The potato specifically from
It's
Gumball.
the googly eyes, man. That's just for freaky. I'm watching a cartoon. Why does it look real?
You know what? I guess. Okay.
When did
The
Ubi
Ubi-
come out?
Like
I want
the
to say like early
early
2000s,
Early
2000s,
2000s,
yeah.
yeah.
But
Damn,
no,
man.
if they did a horror movie though, I actually saw like a fake horror trailer someone made of like Ubi as like, a creepy like, hole in the knife or whatever. Like imagine like it's just a hand, like there's not even a human attached to it. It's just a hand and it's got like googly eyes. It's got like a bloody knife in it. I'd watch that. Yeah.
2003.
Came out
Oh.
2003. Wow.
Yeah, that's a while ago. Yeah.
Oh
that's
no,
awesome.
even earlier, according
2000.
to Wikipedia, it earned 2000 and ended in 2005.
Dang.
Wow.
Okay. So yeah, so my answer was that, Gavin was Yo Gabba Gabba, right? Khalid was
No, Khalid was Yo Gabba Gabba.
Khalid was Yo
Khalid
Gabba
was
Gabba. Gavin
Mine
was
Barney.
Barney. Jesse was Blue's Clues, those are all
Yeah.
great answers.
Yo, Murder Mystery Blues Clues would be so cool.
Okay, so now we have question 4, which is out of the because this was the Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem episode.
Wait, hold on. We're on question 4 now?
Yeah, we're already to
Yeah.
question
Yeah.
4. We did
Damn,
episode
I
1 was Clerks, episode 2 was the Stranger Things, 3 was
Oh
the
yeah,
about the
you're
cartoon
right.
characters.
You're right. Okay.
So now we're
Damn.
on question 4. So that was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem review, which has my favorite moment of the entire podcast, where Khalid just goes off during like 30 seconds of it, and I was dying laughing. Oh my gosh, I love that clip. Actually, if I do like TikTok clips of this episode, I kind of want to I also want to upload that clip of that early episode like as like a throwback, because that is my favorite moment on the podcast. You went off so hard, and I was dying laughing.
I'm just glad when I finished the rant that the timer went off. So
Oh yeah, that's
Bro,
right.
you're perfectly
Because I
on
said it
time.
like right at the beginning, like 30 seconds, and you just go right in. Oh, that moment is so good. Anyway, for episode 4, out of the 4 of us, assign each of us as one of the 4 Ninja Turtles. So this is a group question.
Oh.
Because we got to assign
Oh
it
boy.
ourselves.
Oh.
Okay.
That's not what I thought he was about to say.
Literally.
Okay, so
You thought I was gonna ask like
I know which turtle I want to be. I don't know.
Okay,
I
no,
need to
I'll
look
say
up
it. I'll
the
say this.
names.
I'll say this. I know. I think I already know. Khalid's the easiest one to answer, low key. Khalid's Donatello. That dude's the actual scientist here. So,
See. Okay.
I could see that.
so, yeah.
That's not what I want to be, but I'll take it. Whatever.
I mean,
I was about to say.
are all
sorry,
of us in
but-
agreement? I mean, obviously we got to put the other ones out there first.
Okay.
so-
I would put Gav. I want to say Mikey for Gav,
Okay.
and then I think because I have anger issues, I'd be Raph. So that
Okay.
would just make Logan by default Leo.
And I guess I guess in the podcast, like being like the main person, I guess like with the recording equipment, like holding the podcast and everything. I guess being the leader. So I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
That kind of makes sense too. I don't think I have any leadership qualities to me, but in this particular thing, I will say yes. So yeah, that makes sense. Oh, even though I say I don't have leadership qualities, and like people tell me like I'm very like forward thinking and stuff like that, and like coming up with plans, I'm like, all right, if you see that. I literally just had a conversation with my friend. I won't say any names, but I have a friend who I'm in another group of friends. And she told me, like, you're, like, the most outgoing person out of all of us. I'm like, really? I don't think so at all. But
I hate hearing that from people knowing I'm not outgoing, bro. Like, bro, that's so sad.
And then I think I'm not
Wait.
outgoing. And then she was like, I was like, I don't have any other friends really. And then she's like, you literally do a podcast with 3 of your friends. I'm like, yeah, but like that, you guys and them, like really, I don't really talk to anyone I really went to high school with really outside of them. I mean, I have Paul obviously, but it's like, I mean, not like really good friends, I would say. It's really only, the 4 of us and then the other friend group I'm in, which is like 5 or 6 people. But yeah, and then I run into people and, I run into people from high school. They always say hi to me and like, how are you doing? So, I guess that still means I have friends, but it's just, I don't talk to as much as I used to. So yeah.
That's so facts. The amount of people I cut off after high school is fucking ridiculous.
I wouldn't say I cut people off, but
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if I say cut them off. It was just kind of like
It's just more like grew
separate ways.
apart.
I still have, you know,
No, like
I still
I
ha-
unintentionally, like not unintentionally, I intentionally like deleted Snapchat, deleted Instagram.
yeah, that's not me.
I didn't want to be involved with like that. I don't want to say I didn't want to be involved with that kind of like whatever, but like I wasn't really tight with anyone from our high school other than like y'all. So
Yeah, me, it's more so of like like I have, obviously you guys are closer, like someone like Paul's closer, but like even Adam, like who I don't talk to as much, but you know, still I would put in that closer range. But like, you know, like other people like I still keep in contact with, like, you know, I'll see their Instagram posts. They'll still, like, when I put up sometimes Instagram stories, some of them will like heart them and stuff like that, and like I'll like their posts and will comment or whatever. So it's still like I still have friends like that, but you know, like not like seeing like really all that often, or like I run into them and that's when we'll talk. But like not,
Mhm.
you know, like that. So you could say I still have a lot of friends, but you know, the closer circles not as much as I used to. When I
I
originally
really want to see Ryan Brett again and just
Ryan Brett was
piss him off.
Ryan.
I loved Ryan Brett, and I would just rage bait him 24 fucking 7.
Dude, I feel so bad for him because he's awesome. He reached out to me when Luna passed away.
Oh
No,
wow!
not Luna.
That's
No,
crazy.
fuck. Dakota passed away. I'm sorry. Luna's the.
Well, I knew,
Oh
I
yeah,
knew
that
what you
that
meant.
that was
Oh,
that
my
sounded
bad, my
that
bad.
sounded really. No, that was my fault. That sounded really. I was the one who said Luna. That sounded really bad. No, when Dakota died, he was one of the few that commented like on the post, and I think he reached out to me too. He messaged me. So yeah,
What a
Mhm.
goat! What an
yeah. Ryan
outstanding
Brett is a
man!
goat. I'm gonna clip this out of the podcast. I'm gonna send it to him.
I remember when Kobe died, I would just be disrespectful as hell just to piss him off. Like I'm not gonna lie, Ryan,
I
if you're
feel.
seeing this, I apologize, bro. But like,
Is it
you
because
were funny, bro.
is it
Like I don't know what to tell you.
was it one of those things like he was so nice and like you
Bro
like
just admitted
like,
to bullying him.
you liked him
Nah,
so
because he was the goat, bro.
you
He was the
couldn't
goat.
you
Come on,
couldn't
bro.
think of anything to dislike about him, so that's why you were like, I gotta think of something, so you just started rage baiting him.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so Ryan, yeah, you are the goat, man.
I remember telling him I was gonna be the president of the United States just to enslave his ass. Like that's besides.
No,
Ryan, I love you, bro. You're good, man.
I'm gonna clip this out. I'm
Man,
gonna clip this out and
I
send it
won't
to
hack
him.
you and all
no,
that
no,
stuff.
no, no, no. Leave it in. Leave it in.
No. I'm saying I'm gonna clip out, like I'm gonna like take a clip from the
Oh, like
episode
use
and
it
send it
for.
to him. I wanna like send it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I gotta
see.
send that. Yeah, Ryan, we love you. I'm definitely gonna send that to you. Yeah, and then so yeah, with the leaders. So I think that's a good picking. My favorite's Mikey, but I see Gavin as more of a Mikey. And so yeah, so Gavin would be Mike.
What?
Gavin would be Mikey.
He sounded so
Get him.
insulted by that.
No, I just
because-
don't get it.
Okay, but which Ninja Turtles things have you seen? Because Mutant Mayhem's not a good representation of like overall Mikey.
No, I just read a list about all their personalities, and I'm saying I don't get that answer.
Because you're the
TMNT 2004 is the fucking best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie.
the 2007 one, the animated one.
Oh, was it 2007?
Or-
Yeah, whatever it was.
Oh.
The Stone People, absolute best movie.
We talk about it
Teenage
in
Mutant Ninja
the first episode when I was listening to the first episode again, because I think when we were talking about Kevin Smith, he's in that movie. He had a voice cameo, and I brought it up. So I literally in episode 1 we talked about that movie briefly.
Oh wow.
That's
when I was
funny.
listening to it. I haven't seen that in so long. It's so crazy. Look at the voice cast for that movie. Chris Evans was Casey Jones. And
Really?
This is pre-Captain
What?
America Chris Evans. He was in Fantastic Four at this point, but like this is pre-Captain America. And it's funny, I actually just watched for the first time Chris Evans' first movie. His first movie was not another teen movie. I didn't know that. I watched that movie, knowing he was in it. And then after the movie, I looked up like it was his first movie. I was like, wow, really? So that was his first movie. I just watched that recently for the first time.
Huh.
And yeah, that was his very first movie. He played a high school jock. It's a parody of like high school movies from the 90s and early
Yeah.
2000s. And so yeah, he's like the high school jock in it. And yeah, that was his first ever acting role apparently. So yeah, I just watched that for the first time recently. It was on Tubi. I was looking for something to watch. I watched that. I always had an interest in seeing it. But yeah, he voiced Casey Jones. Sarah Michelle Gellar was April. Patrick Stewart was the bald guy in it.
Patrick Stewart was a voice.
Remember
In that movie?
Remember the villain in that movie, the bald guy?
There was a lot of villains in that movie.
All right, I'm gonna pull it up. Hold on. It doesn't sound like him either. TMNT. I'm gonna send it to the group chat with a character. Patrick Stewart.
God, that movie was so so gas to me.
Yeah, I haven't
Leo
seen it
and
in
Raph
years.
fought, bro.
Oh, that's an all-time TMNT scene. That scene is so good. I'm just looking it up right now. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I remember liking it, but it's not I like the original '90s movie more. I'd probably say I like Mutant Mayhem more, but I'm trying to think of the other ones. Shoot.
I won't lie. A lot of my bias is because I played the Wii game for that movie
Mm-hmm.
a lot. So, that's also a bias point for me. But
All right, I'm gonna say
the final bosses of that shit at the time was so hard to me when I was
the
young.
guy
Like, holy shit.
the guy I just threw in the chat. That's the guy Patrick Stewart.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's
okay.
that's Patrick Stewart. That was the voice. That was Patrick Stewart's voice. Let me Lawrence Fishburne was the narrator. That one was more obvious because you can hear his voice in it. Yeah, he's the guy who narrates the whole movie. Yeah, Chris Evans, the guy who voiced. What's the guy from Avatar: The Last Airbender who died like 2 seasons in, so they recast him? Who's that character?
The dude who voiced Iroh.
Iroh. Yeah, the guy who voiced Iroh, he was Splinter, the original voice of Iroh. He died like a week before the movie came out or something like that. Or like shortly before it came out.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember the actor's name, but
Mako. That's
Yeah.
what it says in the IMDb. Yeah, like I said, Kevin Smith was a cameo. He was the cook in that movie. He was the chef you see for like one scene. Lawrence Fishburne was the narrator. And yeah, it's mostly voice actors after that. But yeah, like some of the celebrities they got, like I said, like Chris Evans, more so now because he wasn't as big then. He wasn't Captain America yet, but looking back at it now, yeah, there's a couple voice actors they got for that were surprising. So yeah, if I would say, yeah, I'd say definitely Gavin's Mikey. I think I agree with what you said, Jesse, thinking about it, because like I said, even though I don't think I'm a Leonardo, I feel like I said, in relation to the podcast, I guess it fits best. I could definitely see, Khalid being a Donatello. And yeah, same with your rage issues, Raph. So yeah, I would say that's a good. You also look. Never mind. I was gonna say you look the most muscular out of all of us, but I haven't seen you. In a
no,
while.
that's not true at
I
all.
would say, yeah, because I know Khalid, you look pretty good last time I saw you, so it's probably.
Appreciate it.
It's definitely Khalid.
Definitely
I do
Khalid.
not take that.
I have not seen you in a bit, Jesse, so I wouldn't know. All right.
I've leaned down a bit.
Yeah,
I'm down to
you've definitely leaned
255.
down. You've definitely leaned down.
Well, he wasn't saying anything against you. He was just saying that.
I know.
How much did you
Yeah,
say you weighed?
you definitely
I'm
slowed
just-
down a bit.
Wait, how much did you say, Gavin?
I'm down to 255.
255.
Hey,
And a
let's
year
get it.
ago when I turned 21, I was 348.
Congrats. That's a lot of. That's like 100 pounds.
That's the W, man.
I'm almost at 100.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I try to go down because I'm like at 185 right now, but I still have a little bit of gut on me, so I just want to get rid of the gut mostly. I also started going to the gym, so I want to start building up muscle, but mostly I want to get the the gut part down. So that part's
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I could definitely see the me being the leader. I'd go exactly what you said, Jesse. I'm with you on that.
Okay. I guess it's just Gavin and
And
Khalid
Khalid.
now they got to answer.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know.
Gav, you're definitely Mikey. Like, I'm not gonna lie. you're,
So we're all in agreement on that.
yeah, like bro.
What?
Like, yeah, like, come on now. You're
Okay,
you're
let
a
me-
clown, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
What is he supposed to be like? What is his character? Because I was obviously lied to on this fucking list.
He's you. That's what the character. That's all that matters.
Gavin, you're such
No.
a Mikey, bro. Come on now. You should
You're
know
such a
this.
Mikey, bro. Logan, I do agree. I'll just you can.
Okay.
You're Leo. You're good. You're good there. Jesse, I don't think you can talk about anger issues when you went through an entire character arc about removing anger issues.
I mean,
But
So no, I don't want to. No, you get to be Donatello, okay, and I get to
smart
be
enough.
Timothy himself, Raphael.
I knew Raphael was your favorite too. That's the thing. It's just look.
Because Raphael got that right mentality. Me and Raphael are like twins, my guy. We're in sync. That's my character.
And also,
you don't
you're
get
the
to be
smart
Raphael.
one here, though. Like you're the only
I
one
don't-
who.
I don't give a
Why?
fuck. I don't care. I do not care. I do not care. Okay, you're Mexican. You can be Donatello.
What
Okay,
I don't know what that has to do with anything, but okay.
I'll take my Raphael. Thank you. Thank
Yo
you.
soy
Appreciate it.
That was the
Donatello, I
most-
guess.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, clip that too. Clip that too. He's Mexican. He's Mexican. Yes. All right. Then.
Wait, you want me to take that out? What?
No, I said you can clip that. I don't care.
Sure.
Donatello, Despacito, same fucking difference, bro. You're Mexican. You're,
Hey, you know what? You know what? If you really think about it, his bow staff, it's actually like a limbo stick, and then they use it for the piñata. So like, yeah,
exactly.
he's spinning right now.
Yeah, I looked up Donatello. Donatello's pizza. Italian is not Mexican, but it's close enough. So you just have to accept it, bro.
Okay, all right, sure. I guess I'm just smarter all of a sudden.
All right. Okay. So
Donato di Nicodi. Donato body.
Yeah. Okay, Gav.
okay,
Who do
Gav,
you think is who?
I don't know these characters well enough.
Okay.
Just repeat my list and you'll be good.
I pass.
but
Okay.
Gavin doesn't seem like he agrees with Mikey.
Who? Well,
He's Mikey, bro.
Well, 'cause
He's
I didn't
Mikey,
say
bro.
anything about who
I
he
read a
could be.
list on the internet of what they could be. Like it was like, oh, this character is like this, and it was just like a list of like a whole bunch of whatever.
But Gavin, that's a
And everything you're saying doesn't make sense.
But Gavin, in actuality, it's a good thing because you become the last Ronin. We all die.
Yes,
You
bro.
become.
Yeah,
you
you-
are.
you-
Oh,
in,
I get to Aura Farm. I'm
You
in.
are in.
Yeah.
You are in my favorite. I think
That was such a
Although-
Mikey response, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Like,
Like you
that's
just
Mikey response. It writes itself, Chad.
I remember Mikey's my favorite character. When I read that comic, I was so excited when they revealed it was him. And then in actuality, like it makes sense because like he's the one you would least think would be. And so like the way they kind of played off of that, like he was the one who was like, like the fun one, and he saw them all die, and then he just turned to fucking vengeance. He went Logan on that shit.
And
And
it's also
Vengeance.
fitting for the last Ronin because like I don't remember where it was stated, but I think it's something in the Ninja Turtles like lore that
Mhm.
Mikey just had the most actual like raw potential of the four turtles.
I don't know if you've ever seen the fan theory. I've seen TikToks of it. It's not canon, but like fans have come up with this theory is that Splinter chose like each of their weapons to represent them because nunchucks are like all over the place. Like they're the most sporadic. Mikey had to learn how to control it, like how to control the sporadic movement. Raphael, well, I'm trying to remember. Donatello, because he was so smart, they gave him the weakest weapon. So
No, they give him like the most simplistic.
they gave him the most
weapon.
simplistic weapon so he can work with simplicity. I forget what Raphael and Leonardo's reasons were.
I think it's something because like Raph.
Raph,
is
it's
so,
'cause
like,
it's a- no,
rash.
Raph
and-
is because Asai is a defensive weapon.
yeah,
And he's so
like,
forward and it's
aggressive.
to hold himself back. It is defensive. And then Leonardo, I think it was like, I guess, the sword represents, like, I guess, like, I don't remember his reasoning, but I would
I
assume
think it was something like it's the most lethal of the weapons, and he's like the most
leader, so he has to,
sympathetic.
yeah.
So it's like actually teaching him to be more like aggressive.
Yeah, but
And,
that's
like,
not-
they're literally in the opposite, or not aggressive, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, but when I say that, like this whole thing, I'm not saying that to like, I'm saying that because like that isn't canon though. Like that's a fan theory, but I think it's a pretty good fan theory people have.
I wouldn't
So,
even say it's a fan theory. I think it's just like Well, I guess it also
speculation,
is like a theory,
speculation.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
So Gavin, what would you say?
I don't even know if he could say.
Do you agree that you're Mikey?
Yeah,
Would
honestly,
you-
that confused me more.
Okay.
I think you can pass, bro. Just pass.
Yeah,
Pass,
just
pass.
let him pass.
Gavin,
Yeah,
pass,
I'm gonna
pass,
He doesn't know-
pass,
He doesn't
pass.
know enough about Ninja Turtles.
Okay, pass.
I don't, unfortunately.
Okay, so question number 5. This one was tricky because if you remember, this is the one where the main topic where Gavin told the Reddit story of the poop knife.
Oh,
Wasn't that
Alright.
supposed to be the Joker episode?
That was the Joker episode, but the title is the bullshit knife. So I took that. I
Ah.
was like, I wanted to work around that. So I had to go back on Reddit and read the story again, and I still cannot believe that was an episode. So that was like, someone takes a shit, and it was like they have to cut up their shit so it goes down the toilet.
Okay.
None of us.
Khalid did not remember the.
I did
the
not
poop
remember that
knife.
story. No.
That was
I
the
remembered
one,
it.
That was the one where it was mostly Joker 2, but the poop topic was the main discussion, the poop knife. Or something.
Yeah.
How did we even manage that?
I
What do you
think-
mean the poop was the
I
fucking
mentioned
main-
it previous to the episode.
Was
Yeah,
it?
Gavin had brought it up at some point. It was like either in the episode or before, but
Yeah,
he
but
definitely
Yeah.
brought
It was,
up.
and
like,
also
the
it made
Reddit
the
stuff.
best title. That was the reason why too. I think it was because the bullshit knife, because it had shit
Yeah.
in the. It was poop. It was the perfect title. So I still worked around that. I mean, even if I had a question for Joker 2, it's like it's one we already answered. Like, did we like it? I can't really think of a question for that. So I've revolved mine around the poop knife. So
Okay.
this is also kind of this is a gross question too, but it makes sense with the whole thing. Do you feel personally you would need a poop knife?
No.
What?
Absolutely not.
No.
In what circumstance would I ever require that? I don't even understand the question.
Because
Listen,
so
I'm
the
gonna
whole
say that what I'm
story
about to
of
say
the
is gonna
poop
be
knife.
really grotesque.
Okay.
Pause. What I'm about to say is gonna be really grotesque.
Oh
But when I
God.
had my appendix out, I would, due to all the like the IV fluids and all that shit, from the hospital, I did not shit for 4 days. Even then, I did not need some shit like that. Okay, I don't know what fucking Bigfoot
please-
wrote that story.
Gavin?
but
Can
Gavin?
someone
Yeah.
explain
Wait.
to me the story again?
Wait, Gavin, wait,
Because I
real
don't
Real
know.
quick, Khalid, the
Wait,
poop knife
Gavin.
story is literally just because the pieces of poop in the toilet were so massive, they genuinely had to get a knife to cut them down so they could go down the toilet.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Gavin, real quick. Since you mentioned that embarrassing story of not using the bathroom for 4 days, I would never admit this happened, but I'll do it anyway since you did it. When I was in the hospital when I was like 8 years old because I didn't go to the bathroom. I didn't go poop for like a while. And it was longer than 4 days.
Yeah, that's essentially like I don't know what the fucking medicine did, like what actual reason it is, but that shit sucked.
I won't say the amount of days because it's worse than yours and it's embarrassing. So I will not say that, but it's more than 4. I'll put it that way. Yeah. So yeah, I just since you because you were saying you were like I can't believe I'm going to say it, so I just wanted to say that too that I was in a situation like that as well. So yeah. And me personally, no. And even if it was yes, I wouldn't admit it, but it's no. It's flat out no. Well,
Yeah, I think the thing about that story that makes it so popular is that he really had the balls to admit that shit on the internet.
It's one of those even Batman's not getting it out of me.
Like-
Yes,
situation.
like I
literally.
just said, my answer is no, and even if it was yes, I wouldn't admit it. So there you go. There you go.
Okay.
So
Okay.
question number 6. This is for the anime episodes. These are all recent episodes. I did a question that I didn't ask you on the episode. From the podcast and what we know about anime, what you talked about anime. I'm gonna for this answer. I'm saying myself, but it's because I don't know anything. Which of us has the worst taste in anime? So this is more of a question for you.
Oh,
No. Okay. Okay.
No.
All right. Okay. So that's how we're doing this. All right.
It's
Okay.
Gav.
All right. So first off. How do I say this? Because I honestly don't think there's a clear-cut answer here. Because I like
There's
slop,
not.
Gav likes slop, and Jesse likes slop. Okay. So
Okay, but who likes the most slop? Gav.
So all three.
No.
I also say this with a hint of salt because Gavin got me to watch that trash romance. I'm still mad about that, Gavin.
Hey, but I've put you on like 15 good ones in respect, okay?
You know what? That's also
no,
true.
actually, no, it's definitely Gav. It's definitely Gav. I had to start thinking about manga recommendations. No, that motherfucker recommends
No,
me
that doesn't
shit
count. No,
upon
that
shit.
doesn't count.
And yes, it does. Yes, it does. And then you occasionally give me one gem and then return straight back to the poop knife, bro. No, a high key, it's this nigga. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I said nigga on the podcast. Yes, it's Gavin.
Listen.
I said, like, bro, no.
Listen,
No.
you have given out shit as well.
Name.
Okay. Let me pull
I
up my
know.
list.
I got none. I can name. You remember Bill Johnson? You remember that shit? Benz, my nigga. Hood. True horse shit. All right? Damn. It's Gavin, Logan. It's Gavin.
Okay.
No.
Like I said,
I wish we could have heard
for
why.
me, I'm picking myself. It's because I don't know anything, so that's why that's my answer. Like I can't really.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
That's
That's fine.
fair.
Okay,
Gavin,
so
who would you say?
I don't know. Like,
Probably because I don't ever recommend anything to you.
yeah, that's crazy, by the way.
Look, everything I would recommend, you've probably already seen. There's no point. Same with Khalid.
okay, so
That's
Gavin.
not true.
So Gavin, who would you say?
I don't know.
Okay.
He's
Like,
feeling this hockey
I-
down his neck, and he's quivered.
No, like, in all reality, I want to refute, but I do generally recommend so many dog shit shows just for the fun of it, and I can't argue this at
It's
all.
literally not even that it's bad. It's that I'll go out of my way to go and like read or watch the show, and then he will literally have dropped it. That's the shit that pisses me off the most. Like he himself don't want to finish it.
Yeah,
Like, are we
literally.
serious?
So, all right. So Gavin doesn't know. Jesse, what would you say?
I said Gavin first.
Okay,
I was the
okay.
first one to say
And
Gavin.
then Khalid said,
Gavin.
Yes, I also said Gavin,
okay. So,
but
all right,
more for manga,
so-
not for anime. Is less.
So
More for manga.
I feel bad that I picked myself. So here's what I'm gonna do, since I don't know much about anime. Khalid, what's your favorite type of anime to watch? Like if you were to put it into a
Oh.
box, like what's your taste?
You can't just ask that.
I was gonna say, we're about to air ourselves out, bro.
No,
Count
because
ourselves out.
high key, I guess like stuff that are like when the world is just like stupid interesting. Like I think Made in Abyss is like one of the coolest
So,
fucking
like,
things.
Animes with like an
You like
interesting
world
world.
building.
World building.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
Gavin,
world
what
build-
would you say?
World building.
I really like slice of life shows. Like, and I know that's like a really boring answer, but
I kind of like
some
this.
So,
I was about to put fucking Rent a Girlfriend's theme on blast in this
Alright.
microphone.
You better not.
Jesse,
no,
what,
that show sucks ass.
Jesse, what would
And
you?
No,
let's
what
not
sucks
forget,
though is that
you
Rent a Girlfriend
brought
started
that
good.
up.
Jesse, what would you say?
No, I could have sworn you brought up Rent a Girlfriend actually.
No. Khalid showed me that shit in Barnes and Nobles, and then that's why I got us to watch the anime.
Okay, I showed you the manga. I didn't open it or anything. I pointed it out saying, oh, it's got an anime coming out or something. You made us watch the anime.
You did the same thing with Harimia, because I didn't know what that was, and you were like, you don't know what this is?
Okay, but you actually liked Hermia.
I do. I think it's like
I still
in
haven't
my
seen
top
it,
3 for that genre.
Okay, wait, prove it.
It's the only thing I have all volumes of.
All right, so you said slice of life. So Jesse, what would you say if you were to put your taste in a box? Like if you had to put it.
Jesse, you know what your taste is.
I
Don't
do
even
know
get-
what taste is. It's
Don't
action.
even.
I love action anime.
All right, so we said.
He liked to see motherfuckers punch each other.
So we said world
Yes,
building,
I'm basing-
slice of life, and action. Okay, so that's what I'm basing this
Yes.
off of.
I also
Jesse-
feel
Someone in this
like
room is
action's
not being
always been such a
truthful.
Jesse,
mirror.
Jesse, I'm sorry, I'm picking you.
What?
Okay, listen. Here's my reasoning. Khalid likes world building. I
Listen,
like.
you can't say, "Oh, I'm not gonna like this genre."
Okay, but I mean, obviously, like I'm judging this hypothetically because like I can't really.
Like, if we're
like,
going based off that,
kinda
Khalid
get it.
Hold on,
has
let
the
it-
most hit or miss genre of us all.
No, but I get his point because, like, thinking about it,
like action,
logistically,
like when I think like slice of life, I'm thinking like okay, like you know, it's like a slice of life show, but it's like you know like something like that. When I think action, you know, world building, I think of like you really want like you know a sophisticated world. You want to see like maybe even like interesting looking worlds,
Exactly.
like different.
yeah,
But then when
Action
I
is
think
just-
action is just bam, 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 like you know
Yeah.
like I'm not saying like I'm putting like it into a camp, but like I think action. I think of like Dragon Ball stance. I think of like crazy like So it's like it's almost like I guess it's like the most generic sounding one.
Yeah,
That's why I picked it.
I figured that was his reasoning too, so I'm not impressed about it.
So yeah, my
Honestly,
answer
as soon as
really
you brought up Dragon
my
Ball, I was
answer
like, oh, yeah,
my
it's
answer
kinda-
does not matter anywhere near as
Yeah.
much as the three of you because the three of you are way more versed, vastly more versed than me.
Gotta start, Logan.
I
Gotta
know I have
start.
the Crunchyroll account. I
Also,
gotta
which
start.
one of us wasn't being truthful, Khalid?
Well, we'll talk about that. Don't worry. I won't put someone on blast here.
Okay.
But we can move on
Why
to the
do I-
next question.
Wait,
we
what?
can move on
But
to the
now
next
you bring
question.
it up, and now I'm like, I mean, that could make good content.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Was
We'll
it?
move
Was
on
it
to the
me?
next one.
Okay.
Was
okay.
it me, Khalid?
All right, so that was question 6. Question 7.
Why are you assuming it's you?
I don't know. It just you said it
Must
right
be
after
so
I said
guilty.
action. That's why I was like, that's.
All
I
right.
was
Also,
assuming.
I was not lying.
Next question.
So,
Okay, yeah,
question
let's just say the
7.
next question.
So this had to do with the episode about TV shows and like, if they ended well or if they didn't end well, and like what show do we want to
yeah.
end well. So I came up with this kind of thinking of Stranger Things a little bit, but it's also TV shows in general. It happens with a lot of shows. When they always say like, do you listen to the creator or do you listen to what the fans? Do you go with your heart of what you say? So basically the question is this: in the future, if you create a TV show and like show ran a TV show, would you listen to like fan feedback and suggestions for like possible input, or would you go fuck the fans and end it how you want it done, without any input? It's just what
That's
you
actually
want.
that
That is a pretty
good question.
good question. Yeah.
That depends on
Um,
like
you know what?
they're
I
suggesting about. Like if they're suggesting plot and shit, fuck off. Really, like anything else, I could see myself
Like
just
character
doing.
motive, like character details, like you can change or something like that.
Anything that has to do with the story, no.
But like if it's like okay, like let's say I think Stranger Things might be a great example. First season, Steve was not like he was a very one-note character, and season 2, the only reason why they made him Dustin's friend is because they didn't know what to do with him, and so that was and maybe like there was like if like say like fans online said they really liked that character in season 1, like oh maybe he will be better in 2, and you take that like okay maybe we put this character in it more, we do something more, so something like that, like like maybe so you're saying like if somebody like made a suggestion about a character and like maybe including them more, you'd be like, yeah, I'd be receptive to that.
Well,
Wait.
okay, I think that's different because that's not really for an ending, but I get your point. Like if
Oh yeah, no,
if
yeah,
an audience requested a character
that went
more.
That went way off the question. So, what would the answer be for the three of you? I don't even think we even went to the answers.
I think I just do my own ending.
Okay.
Like, I think it is important to like recognize like the crowd and whatnot, but like,
But at the end of the day, it's your story you're telling.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So I think all
And I
three.
think
That's why I said anything that has to do with like a plot line.
Which would be major,
harshly disagree.
which would be major for the ending of a show. So yeah, I'm in agreement with I think all of us are in agreement. All saying, because I was gonna say that anyway. Like if you start this show, you should trust your gut to end it. Like when you do a first season, you don't have any fan feedback really, especially if you're doing an original show where no one knows what it is. And so like if you were able to start it like that, people loved it from the start. Like trust what you think it is, and then hopefully the audience follows. If they don't follow it, well,
Yeah.
So yeah, I think all of us are actually, I'd say we're all in agreement with that. So the final question. All right, so this is the one that has to do with obsession. It's actually the easiest answer, but I think it might lead to some of the best answers. Like it's the easiest one to ask, but I think it might lead to some of the best answers. I gave myself a restriction. I might suggest and you follow it too, if you agree that you should follow it. So the question is this: if you had a one-wish willow.
I knew you were gonna ask this.
What is the one thing you would wish for? And I'm giving a restriction because I gave myself this restriction. It can't have anything to do with love or affection or someone liking you some way or another.
I was not
Never-
gonna
I would
wish for that.
never wish for that.
Never
Ever.
wish for that.
Especially after that movie, I'm like, yeah, I am not doing one of those. So yeah.
Excluding the movie, I can find love any day, bro.
All right. So
I'm not getting an opportunity like that, bro.
taking that off, what would you wish for?
Ooh, there's so many different things.
So how whimsical can I be here?
Yeah, literally.
Khalid
Khalid has a lot
again,
of
it
whimsy.
can only be something that's in a sentence and you wish for, I wish for whatever. And yeah, but it could be anything besides just
Okay,
something. I said.
okay.
It could be anything.
Okay, I feel like can we split this into like different categories? Can we do a realistic, I can just bullshit, and then like I guess
Go for it. It will make the episode longer. Go for it. This is the last
Okay.
question.
okay. So I'm gonna save my realistic answer to the end because I have to think about that some more.
Okay.
But I just wish for some shit like make me a Kryptonian. I
Literally.
Yeah.
let me just get off the goofy wish out of the way. Like let me just do something stupid, like I
Unless-
just fly or teleport or
Yeah,
superpowers or
unless
whatever.
unless if I was like a like a mental person, like mentally ill person, yeah, I think getting Kryptonian powers would be cool. You fly around, you're
Dog, I
obviously not
wouldn't
gonna
even
kill any,
be,
you're not gonna do
like-
anything bad with it. So yeah, I think that's a good one.
He said you're not gonna be doing anything bad with it. I know Khalid's smirking behind the camera right now.
Why?
It's
Because
more
Khalid would
like
be a-
the planet's under new management. Like
What?
I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
bro would be Titan from Megamind.
No, but I mean, like, I wouldn't like kill anyone with it. I wouldn't harm anyone.
You wouldn't, good sir. You wouldn't.
I've
Do
been
not
very
give these
strong
two
about
powers.
this opinion for the last couple of years. I am not a hero, gang.
Facts, bro. Look, I'm not gonna do anything crazy like rape, but I'm Yujiro Hanma, bro. Like I'm literally going around doing whatever the fuck I want, however
Listen,
the fuck I want.
let someone look at me sideways.
What?
You remember that one Caleb City video?
Blood
So I
splattered.
flew them as high as they could until they popped like balloons. Okay, I'm not a good person.
I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna have to dab me up with that one virtually, bro. Like holy shit. I'm in complete agreement.
So Logan.
Yes.
Because I know how these two are. It's like I would wish for powers too.
You would wish for what?
But I know I'm different because I would
The
at least
beef will be
try
legendary.
I would try to do the right thing.
Wait,
at
what would
least
your wish
with
be?
Powers. If I wish for powers, is what I'm saying.
Okay, what would you do?
Like I'm saying, I would actually try to do the right thing. I don't guarantee I'd be good at it,
But
and
what's
there
your-
might even be days where I'm not in the mood.
Mhm.
But like, I would try to,
But what would you
to
wish
help
for though?
people if I could.
Didn't you say?
Well,
you're
okay,
talking about the powers thing.
Yeah, I'm talking about
Okay,
powers.
never mind.
And then like, cause I would hikey also wish to be Kryptonian because I love Superman's powers.
Kryptonian's a
and
good
then
one.
I would live my life like I was Smallville for real. Like I'd act like I'm Tom Welling, except I'm not as good looking as him, so the powers would have to suffice.
If I'm getting any superpowers, it's Spider-Man.
You
would
want to take over the world with
Spider-Man's
powers?
powers? I'm about to say you can't do that with
Well,
Spider-Man's
no.
powers.
I'm talking like to be a good guy, like you are.
Okay,
If I'm getting good
Oh,
guy
okay.
powers, it's
I guess that's fair.
probably
Okay.
Spider-Man. Listen to me. If I am getting powers to rule the world, I'm doing some nefarious shit.
Motherfucker,
Okay.
I am Superboy Prime. I'm Century, okay? Like I'm going around unstoppable. The
Bullet.
Void is my boy, bro. Like there's no
Listen.
character confliction there.
Okay. Now, to go back to the question of what I would wish for, there's goofy answer and then there's realistic answer. My goofy answer will be to cancel out their wishes so that they cannot.
Hey!
I do like that answer though.
Yeah, the way I just have to Homelander, bro. Just
I was making a meme reference though.
No, Khalid would find out that you were about to make that wish. He'd fly over and kill you, so you didn't.
it'd literally be the boys final season, except I'm actually on my V1 shit. I'm fucking killing everybody.
Gavin-
Scorched Earth for real.
Gavin calls Khalid. I heard that Jesse's about to wish that he's gonna take away our wishes. Khalid just flies right over, kills him, runs right through him before he can make the wish.
That's when I just changed my wish to just be like
And then
the same
when
as them, so that they
Jesse-
can't kill me.
And then when Jesse's dying, he's like, "Dude, I was wishing for something else," and then that's his last words. Like,
Nah,
he's gonna
bro.
wish for
It would.
dies.
You know that one comic panel with Lex Luthor on the desk and like the Superman and like Wonder
You're
Woman
behind
and all
him,
behind
yeah,
him?
just
That's
like-
literally would have been me and Gab pulling up to Jesse. Like, what are you doing, bro?
I was.
What do you
I
think
was
you're doing
making
there?
I was making a meme reference. Like the one you sent, where it's like a shooting star, just like I wish for like whatever, like I wish for good growth or something. It's like, oh, I wish to cancel out her wish.
So,
And-
Did I cancel it? Were those both like the bullshit wishes, like the whatever ones?
Oh,
So
yeah.
those were
Yeah.
that was usually. Gavin, what's your like whatever wish?
High key, the ability to travel anywhere in space without having like
That's a good one.
repercussions of anything.
So-
I'm going to
so-
see black holes
so
and
here's the
shit.
thing.
Like
So
I'm
here's the
having a
thing.
great time.
I was gonna say, so that's your answer. I was gonna say, be able to fly up into the atmosphere, like look around the planet, but like you can't die from oxygen or anything. But then I thought about, I'm like, well, just become a Kryptonian, and so then I'm gonna go with I'm going with Khalid's answer, Kryptonian, because that gives you can do that. Plus you can do other things. You can test out laser powers, go to other planets even. Yeah, that's what I would do. Kryptonian. I'm going with Kryptonian then.
I just
Hey.
love me some Superman powers.
All right. So
Now
what was the
the
other
realistic
category?
answers.
Realistic?
The realistic ones.
Realistic
like what
wish.
you'd actually wish for. Like I would like to say some goofy shit like drivers have to actually, not be fucking slow on the road, when I don't want them to be slow on the road, but like obviously I'm not gonna fucking waste a wish on that. Actually, yeah, was it you who sent the clip of the old guy crashing out in the truck?
Yes, that was him.
Yeah.
How didn't you get your ass killed? You gonna get your ass killed.
I didn't see that.
Let me
There's so I'll watch it after. There's so many crazy road videos.
Yeah,
though.
resend it because I kind of don't remember what video you're talking about.
I'll pull it
Yeah?
up. It was the
realistic
old-
though.
It was like the old dude, and he's just like, if you drive 20 miles an hour and you're on the highway, how are y'all even still alive?
That's true right there.
Oh, they're shooting up fireworks. That's great.
What in your area?
Yeah.
I was just listening.
Yeah.
I can hear the video.
My
through Gavin's
dogs
thing.
are about to freak the fuck out.
They're doing fireworks. It's not even the 4th yet.
I know, but I'm hearing them
I
go off.
know. But it's
That's
supposed to start
annoying.
raining again, so they might be doing it early.
I'd probably wish for like every time I snap my fingers,
Mhm.
or like clap my hands. No, I wouldn't do clap my hands because that could get hella inconvenient. I'll say like if I snap my pinky finger with my thumb, every time I do that, I just get like $1,000. Honestly, I think
That would
that's
be cool.
because then I don't have to deal with like the fucking the finance management of a large sum of money, and I can essentially get as much as I want anytime I want for whatever. So yeah, that's probably what I do. I'd
Okay.
just be snapping my finger all day.
That's a good answer, Gavin.
This is a really boring answer,
Okay.
but it's because I'm really lazy about driving. I wish I could just teleport, or like I don't like to travel,
That's a good answer.
but less of like in a teleport way and more of just like a let me fast travel there, so
Mhm.
that way I don't get captured by the government
Okay,
when I start teleporting places. Let me like blink and my body has traveled there on its own.
Oh, because that's not different, or because
No,
that's not the same at all. Like,
No,
because it would be like the same.
I'm essentially
path.
traveling there and erasing the experience from my memory, so I don't have to deal with being fucking
It's
bored.
pretty much he made his way over there, but he was like sleeping.
so essentially, you want to black out every time you go somewhere.
If
and
he's
have your
doing
body
it, yeah.
autopilot you.
Well, look, the other side of that is teleportation and what it could do to the body, and that's a whole
I'm not
other
even
issue.
thinking
along
what if
that
what if
line.
it
I'm
was
thinking, like-
teleportation that didn't have effects to the body? Like you didn't have any effects from it.
Well, you'd have to make sure you
Well,
wished for that.
realistically, there would have to be effects for that, and you'd have to account for that in the wish. And how do you? What's the duration of
Exactly.
like what you can say before you can break the one wish law?
I guess it's a sentence. So
You know what?
yeah,
If I could go back to
single
a goofy
sentence.
one real quick, I'd be on some like, yo, what? Can I get some rules for this? And then like,
I wish for more wishes. Does that work? No.
Literally.
Okay.
That's a tricky one.
It just drops a bunch
It's
of
kind of like
one wish
cheating, yeah.
words.
All right, I'm trying to think. Oh no. So wait, then so you said that. What was your? Did Gavin give it teleporting? What would you say, Jesse? For
for actual realistic wish,
Yeah.
high key, That is a good question because it's like, hmm, you know what? I would wish that like I could just instantly know how to do things or just like learn things quickly at least.
I like
Because
that. That's a good
I
answer.
take forever to pick up on certain things,
Me too.
or if like things I just don't know already, like I can just wish like learn it better, I guess, or like that way. So it's not like if I just wish I knew like everything and like I don't overload my brain.
Do you have like trouble like picking up on things? Like I guess like keeping information.
Yeah.
Okay, for me, I would just say autism, but that's me. So that's the reason why. But yeah, I'm
Well,
terrible.
Khalid thinks I am, so
Okay.
Yeah, he
I mean,
definitely.
I'm officially autistic, but yeah, that's
well,
why
I
I was
don't
doing
know if I am or not, and I really hope I'm not. No offense
I
to
it.
probably
God
anybody out
am.
there,
damn.
Yeah, I'm literally the only person here who I believe is not just autistic.
well, I don't know if I am or not, but again,
Ga-
like
Listen, I know I
I
have ADHD, but like I low-key question myself with my hyperfixations at times.
yeah, me too.
I
Yeah, that's me. That's. I mean, I know I have it officially, and also I have like tics and stuff.
Oh, you should hear me at my job. I stim out like a motherfucker. You ever see
Gavin
Darius on
stims
TikTok?
out like for everything. Like I don't know if you've ever noticed it, Logan, but Gavin will do this thing where he'll whisper to himself sometimes, and he never knows when he does it.
I do it all the time.
All right, and so that was okay. That was yours, and then mine. So this is realistic. I would say. I mean, I came up with this. I mean, it's gonna be like, oh, really? That's such an obvious answer, but honestly, world peace. That's what I would do. I thought about it, and I was like, I mean, think about it. One, everyone's happy. You don't have to worry about shit, and then it's like it's just. But then also, like, I feel like
Well,
there's okay. Wait, there's so much negativity in the world, and even it would help mentally, because like you see so much shit on social media that just like you just hate it so much and it just fucks with you mentally. That then when you have world peace, you don't see stupid shit like that. I'm going world peace. That's what I'm saying.
So like, what I'm hearing
It's-
is next episode, we get to have the deep conversation of why that would not work.
I
No,
was
Oh well, wait.
I,
Okay.
I
Wait,
was
what did
I'm
Logan
trying to
say?
think about it because like I don't think the idea behind it is bad. It's just like
The implications of
you
what
have
it
to
could
think
be.
about it. You have
Okay.
to think about it. Not only that, but you have to think about how the One Wish Willow specifically worked. Like you would be like, would there just be like a bunch of pluribus people like in the world? Like
yes, that's exactly what would
Okay,
happen. Yes.
okay. Thinking about it, that's true because well, okay. Also, what does it define as world peace? Is it world peace like a normal person would think, or world
Well,
peace?
like
I'm gonna
you
As
say,
said,
what if
it's
the
another
One
person
Wish
would think?
Willow
everybody was
just believe? What
Just
if the One
believes
Wish
in the
Willow
most
just
fucked
believed
up
that like
things. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
but
All right. Okay.
what if the
Listen,
One Wish
I
Willow
don't.
was
I've
on
said
some
this
like
for
the
a
only way
while.
to
The
have world
only
peace is to not have humans and we just all get snapped?
Okay. All right. Okay.
that's exactly what I was just about to say.
Okay.
The only
Alright.
way we're getting world peace is an alien threat.
All right. Actually, can I change my answer then? Because yeah, okay, yeah, because right, the One Wish Willow, it even says on the box, you know, like be careful or whatever, like whatever. So, okay,
Mhm.
so I'm gonna choose something more personal then. So I will go with, let's see, that would I think help me in life, like personally. There's like well, I came up with this question, so I guess it would make sense. No, wait, no, I'm not gonna choose that either because never mind. Hold on. Trying to think.
Free alcohol.
What? Free alcohol? Well, actually, wait. Is there?
Infinite money glitch.
Okay, I'm thinking. Is there something in the world that? But then this question, I don't know either. There's other implications. Is there something in the world that's paid that should be free for everybody?
Healthcare.
Water.
Free healthcare. That's a good one.
That's a great answer.
You know what? I'm going that. I'm going free healthcare. I'm going free healthcare.
And then our society collapses because doctors aren't getting
Yeah.
paid and they don't want
To say that's
You do
a
know
whole
doctors in
other-
other
that's a whole
countries
other
are
topic.
also very well paid, even though they have free healthcare. It's because they're
Okay.
the whole thing with free healthcare is you get taxed more.
Okay, but the
So we'll get
difference
taxed another 2 or 3%, and we'll get free
Okay.
healthcare.
Even
the
though
difference is that's an actual structure built to work. This is a wish that you're just planting onto society. Unless he specified how it would work, just free healthcare just means free healthcare. Oh man, the genie conundrum. Unless you're
Yeah.
making a selfish
Mhm.
wish, then you kind of just fuck things up.
Okay, so free health. Well, I'll still go with free healthcare because even though there's like possible negative side effects to it, it's still much less negative side effects than possible world peace on the other end. So I'll still go with free healthcare.
Okay.
All right, then the podcast is at about 2 hours right now. So that was the segment. That was the questions I wanted to ask, which is to celebrate the 3-year anniversary. That was a question related to each episode of the podcast. So I wanted to go through those. Another thing, if there's nothing you guys want to talk about anymore, the other thing I forgot to mention, I meant to mention when I was going over my week, I was talking to Gavin and Jesse about this before we got on Khalid, but I just finished writing my horror movie I was writing.
Oh.
I just finished it like 5 or 6 hours ago. The first draft is at 101 pages, and
You gonna send us the script?
I
Oh
think
yeah,
I
can we
will,
read it?
because I'm gonna be honest with you. It still needs work. It still needs, a few more drafts to really get it in. I think it's the best thing I think I've written, like creatively. Like I think it's the best script I've written. I want to read it one more time. Obviously not change anything, but possible like spelling errors and things like that. I want to fix.
Okay.
But so yeah, after I
Oh,
do
yeah.
that, I'll
We'll
send
be
it to
beta
you.
readers for bro.
I was about to say
You'll
yeah.
get beta readers.
We'll be your test audience.
We'll even do well. You probably wouldn't want to do an episode on it.
No,
Shit, but-
because I don't even want details about the plot out there. So, because it's
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
I might make. So, yeah. And then I have an idea for a second horror movie. I already have an idea for. Obsession was a big inspiration when I was thinking about it. And there was a simple idea I had like a year ago for another horror movie, and then I just left it. And then after Obsession, I don't know why I was going back to all those because I was inspired me to kind of change up a little bit the screenplay I was already writing. But then I was also thinking like, there was this other idea I had. Let me go back and like think about that again. Then I thought about it, and then it added on top, and more and more. And so I might write that next. Next is actually I'm gonna finish that sitcom pilot I was telling you guys about that I never finished. So that's gonna be the next thing I write.
Ah.
And then after that, I just got an idea for, because even though I want to write a feature film that's horror, I just got also an idea for like as like a prototype. Like I can maybe make like a horror short film, like 20 minutes or something. And so I got an idea for a horror short film I could do as like a test. That's like a completely different thing, but would be like a short film. So yeah, there's a couple things, and then also I have an idea for a comedy, a romantic comedy that I want to write at some point. So there's already a few features I want to write, and also like a pilot, and then a short film. So that's what I'm gonna be working on next. So yeah, but the first draft of the horror movie's done. I'm gonna let that sit, and then I'm gonna let Khalid and the rest of you guys read it also. But after that I'm gonna let it sit for a while, read it again, then do a second draft of that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna work on other things too. See, that's what I've been doing.
I see.
All right, is there anything else?
No, that's it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, it was about a 2-hour episode today. So that was the anniversary episode of BS with the Boys, 3 years, and so that's really awesome. And obviously, we're gonna try to continue to do these for you guys every single week. We have so much fun doing them. And so yeah, that was the anniversary episode, episode 9. And so hopefully this will be up on Monday and not. I'm hoping to have it up Monday morning and not Tuesday morning, because Monday is the day of the anniversary, and also we recorded this earlier in advance, so I should be able to have it up by then. So hopefully you're listening to this on Monday, the July 6th. So yeah, hopefully that's when this is up. So yeah, this was the Bullshit with the Boys 3-year anniversary episode. I am your host Logan Floyd, along with Khalid,
Yo.
Gavin,
You're hurt.
and Jesse.
You're the Bert.
And we will see you guys all next time for more bullshit. Thank you.